there. All right, the ET doesn't take pictures of the, is it domestic related?
Yes, it is.
She's calling back. We're going to try to give her a call again, and then she just added another phone number to the 13-year-old grandson who's possibly with the daughter. Step out with this.
2412.
Veteran crisis hotline's calling in, so they have a female veteran's off her medication. She's going to stay safe. You're checking 12, check that one out.
312,
Also, still safe. Check that one out.
2.30 to show.
Officer still stands for talking.
What's up, everybody? I almost said good morning, everybody, and then I was like, whoa, no. Took a little nap. Screws it all up, you know. Those wintertime naps when you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, is it 6 in the morning or 6 at night? Yeah, it was one of those naps. I was sleeping hard too. What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good evening. A peaceful and positive Tuesday. A little warmer over here, so hopefully it's a little warmer over there for you. If it's not, hopefully soon. What a cold streak most of us went through for a couple weeks there. Yowzer. Ticket number 1, Jacqueline, thank you for hopping in. We're going to be doing a combo show tonight. We got some new documents that dropped right before the show again. Right before the show. New document. We'll go through that. Then we'll cover some of this KC3, Kansas City 3. And then we'll do some Idaho4. It's been a while since we did one of those combo episodes. You know, it's like when you get the nerds from the store and they had the pink and the purple. Yeah, always had to get the pink and the purple box, you know. It's one of those nerds kind of night. What's up, Detective Gold? Shout out 80s. Or was that a 90s thing? The nerds with the 2 colors and you could slide them both open, you know. Slide both tops open and yum. Kid Kitty number 3, what's up? Red to Kill, how you doing? Red 5 standing by. Row number 7, thank you, appreciate it. Caddy ticket number 6. Look at that face. Good evening, Jackie. Ticket number 7. 49er Girl. Ticket number 8. Cheryl Butler. Ticket number 10. Kelly Miller. Ticket number 11 with some coffee. Yeah. Guess what, everybody? I ran out of my regular creamer. So tomorrow I'll be going to pick up some flavored creamer. Hopefully it's in stock. Typically, you need ticket number 12. Because it was right after the day after it got cold, so everybody done cleared the shelves at the grocery store, and so I was left with like this huge container of regular creamer. Ticket number 13, thank you so much. Appreciate it. What's up, Kelly? I did get your information. Thank you. And the document that you sent me, the PDF, thank you. I even forwarded that off to Silky in case she was going to do something tonight with the show. So thank you from both of us, Kelly, for that. Deborah, ticket number 16, thank you very much. Paula, ticket 17, how are you? Mistaken. Good evening. Echo. Look at those emojis, dude. Yep, they show up. Sweet. Now I can't wait until StreamYard shows the animations. We're almost there. We're halfway there. Aaliyah, ticket number 20. Shout out to you again. Thank you so much for getting the President's Handbook for a Crisis. Very interesting read. And thank you from the community for doing that. Definitely appreciate it. I'm going to be working on that overnight or tomorrow sometime, the full part Cliff Notes. So probably Thursday morning is when it's going to drop. Mark and Betty, ticket number 22. Thank you, because I got to combine both of them for the whole thing. What's up, Live Love Sale? How are you? Thank you for hopping in. So I got to combine them, splice them, all that good stuff. Stacy, good evening. Thank you for hopping in and checking out the show. Appreciate that. What's up, Why Be So Nosy? Good evening. Mary, golden ticket number 24, the first golden ticket. Ticket number 27. Thank you, Katrina. Hopefully you're doing good. I didn't get a nap. Aw. I was sleeping hard. I woke up like feeling like I missed the live and everything. I was, oh my gosh, it's 6 a.m. When you're sleeping that deep. 36 degrees in PA, gonna be 58 on Friday. Nice, Mary. What's up, Christina? Ticket number 30. Janet, number 30. Thank you. Nevada, number 32. How are you? Cassie Hackett, ticket 33. Thank you. Look at all that love to each other in chat. Nothing half-assed, ticket 36. Aw. What are you making this evening? Whatever it is, I'm sure it sounds good. Charlie Brown, number 38. Thank you. How are you doing? Thank you for hopping in earlier. What's up, Corinne? Ticket number 40. Thank you so much. Yeah, so there's always just like deer steak. Shout out. Shout out. As always, freaking document always drops right before the show. It didn't drop when the show went live. It went to the usual, like 15 minutes before, I think, something like that. But give me a second. We'll go ahead and do the switcheroo, and we'll get right into that document. Then we'll start discussing this KC3. I didn't see much, but it just, I don't know. It seems odd. So I did save all the pictures from the earlier show. We're going to go through all those pictures full screen, and I think when you see the backyard without the trees, I don't know, something seems weird. All right, so we're gonna get a close-in of the whole property and backyard without all the shit images, but we got that document from Idaho4 real quick. We'll be right back. All right, so we got a new document today. It's order setting sealed hearing on defendant's motion to unseal. Now, we're never going to see most of this shit anymore. You know, it's just getting to be the trend with this damn case now. So here's the document. We'll read it here in a second. What's up, Lucy Lou Who? Where'd she go? Right there. What's up, Lucy Lou Who? How you doing tonight? Oh, thank you for joining us. This KC mystery is crazy. I know. Trust me. We're going to get into that here in a second. I'm going to show you guys these pictures because when we were looking on Google, guy, it wasn't that good. But when I saved all these pictures from, I don't even know what site it is. I'll put the link in chat for you guys so you can have it too. Right? Sealed, unsealed, sealed again, repeat. But I'm going to show you the backyard. We're going to discuss the backyard and we're going to go through the whole layout of the property. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, this one. Order setting sealed hearing on defendant's motion to unseal. It says, based on defendant's motion to unseal defendant's motion to reconsider orders denying motions to dismiss indictment and in the alternative for permission to appeal from interlocutory orders filed January 12th, 2024 in the state's request for a closed hearing on said motion filed January 19th, 2024, the court orders the following. A sealed hearing on defendant's motion to unseal defendant's motion to listen. The proceedings will be heard on January 26, 2024 at 11 a.m. Pacific time, the time already set for a sealed hearing in the case. So it's going to be the same time as the other sealed hearing. Now, I know. I know, this is crazy. Oh, first of all, I want to say contribution call out 1 second. Let's get that up there for you. Why be so nosy? Thank you so much for becoming a member. Appreciate that very much. There's a lot out there. Scroll back to some of the earlier shows like a year ago, maybe 10 months ago. There's some interesting members only shows around that time period. Check them out. All right. Now, remember last time, the last show we had last night? Oh my gosh. It was like, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, right? The documents just dropped when the show came on. We were like, oh, it's a simple mistake. I don't know why people there's no rabbit holes with this one. I'm gonna let all the community know because it's already starting. There's no rabbit holes with this one. Dude done fucked up. He didn't check his Timex to make sure his Timex was still working. We all make mistakes. There's no rabbit hole there. So we'll there's no rabbit hole. Just let everybody know. Basically, they're going to have the hearing during the same sealed hearing, 11 a.m., and then the hearing after that is not sealed. But I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting hearing when it comes up here in a couple days, because it's like when I first heard what the judge, and we're going to go through this. Andrew D. Myers discussed it a couple weeks ago. Shout out to Andrew D. Myers. He discussed it a few weeks ago. Him and Laney Law, they were talking about what's going to be permitted, what's not. And ever since that came out, it's like, yeah, these people that are even reporting from Twitter are going to be self-censored because they don't want to be the first one to be used as an example to the rest. So we're already going to get censored. It's going to be an interesting day. We're already going to get censored information after it's not supposed to be censored. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting day. It's not going to be like any other day. We will be having a special. I'll be replaying the last court hearing. We'll be going into a discussion. And then we're gonna, whatever is live, we'll have judge YouTube up. We'll have different Twitters up, so wherever we get the reports coming through, like always. But I wouldn't expect nothing special. But we'll have a special that day, and we'll get whatever we can get. I'm not banking too much on information coming out. I don't know. All this sealing shit now, and now the defense wants to unseal. Well, what? I don't know. What's up, Joanne? Ticket 45. How are you? Signed, sealed, and delivered. Yeah, there's no rabbit hole with the 23rd from yesterday. It was a mistake, right? We all make mistakes. There's no tunnels. There's no tunnels down here, okay? There's no tunnels. What's up, D. Marie? Ticket 46. There is no tunnels. No secret date. No secret signature. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, give me 1 second. All right. I want to shout out this. This is Kevin Reichart on Twitter. What? That's so weird. Kevin Reichart never been checked. What does that mean? Like, I know what it means on the street, but what is it? What does that mean from a reporter? Senior reporter and blogger, Idaho Education News. I focus on education policy and education politics and where they intersect. So he's discussing this University of Idaho Phoenix deal and all the BS. He was the gentleman that was on that interview that we watched a while back, discussing the deal on the Idaho Statesman. We covered it a little bit again last night. Here's a tweet that I put together of the 2 articles that we read, and it's the latest video I have out. Here's the tweet of the articles. I don't know when this vote is exactly supposed to take place. I know they said middle of February, but they always try and do some crazy shit and sneak shit in before before they're supposed to, so they catch you off guard. Thank you, Mark and Betty. Appreciate that. Please hit the like if you haven't yet. It is the free way. Still was sealed hearing to discuss. Yeah, what's up, Crime Solver? One day I'm going to dig a tunnel just to let you. Yes. And you know what? That same day, I'm going to go visit that steam plant, because wouldn't that be neat one day? One day in the future, if I ever go back out there, I'm definitely going on that steam tunnel tour and we're going like this. I'm gonna grab my phone and we're going like this. we're I'm taking y'all with. I got you. So he's a smart ass, huh? I got you. That's cool. Crafty. Steam tour. Yeah, for real. I didn't know that you could go on them. First, I didn't think people would, after you're digging into it, I didn't think people. So I didn't think it'd be a thing, but yeah. All right, let me see here. This is what else do I got? All right, so we're gonna. This is from a couple weeks. Hold on, what is this? Wow, this is another article from him. Thank you, Caddy. Holy shit. This is another new article. Wow, this guy writes every day. I need to reach out to him. So this is again Kevin Reichert from today. It's incredible that this is where we are. Bizarre developments put open meetings trial on hold. What? Hold on a minute. Just yesterday we were reading about a high stakes trial. What? Yo, this shit changes by the day too. What the hell? Just yesterday we were talking high stakes trial. Wow. This is from today. Thank you, Caddy. In a bizarre development after a brief and testy courtroom exchange, the State Board of Education open meetings trial is on hold for another day. That means it could be Thursday or later before an Ada County judge issues a ruling that could have major implications for the University of Idaho's proposed University of Phoenix purchase. Attorney General Raul Labrador has argued that the state board violated state law when it discussed the $685 million purchase in a series of closed meetings, and he wants the court to throw out the state board's May 18th vote to endorse the purchase. Yeah. Attorney General Raul Labrador is the one arguing this. The civil case pitting Labrador's team against the state board was supposed to enter its second day Tuesday, but the scheduled 9 a.m. start time came and went with no representative from Labrador's office in court. Finally, about 9:15 a.m., Assistant Solicitor General Sean Corkery arrived in court and asked for a one-day delay. The reason Gregory Woodard, the Deputy Attorney General and the prosecution's lead attorney for Monday's hearing, remains too sick to continue the case? What? Okay, hold on. But I thought it was... It says Attorney General Raul Labrador has argued that the state... But nobody from Labrador's team showed up? Assistant Solicitor General Sean Corkery arrived in court and asked for a one-day delay. The reason Gregory Woodard, the Deputy Attorney General and the prosecution's lead attorney for Monday's hearing, remains too sick to continue the case. During the first day of the trial, Woodard abruptly asked for a recess, complaining of illness. That's right, that was before Mr. Green was supposed to talk. Monday afternoon's hearing was then cut short. It would severely prejudice our case to go forward with just me, Corkery told District Judge Jason Scott after the court came into session. Corkery said Woodard believed he could return to court Wednesday. Why? So then he could then call in sick again? Trudy Hansen Fauser, the state's board's hired outside attorney, was openly skeptical. She noted that Josh Turner, who had been Labrador's acting Solicitor General, had been present for most depositions in the case and was present in the courtroom for Monday's hearings. Turner was not in the courtroom this morning, and Corkery said Turner had a scheduling conflict. Still, Fauser said Turner or another deputy familiar with the case should have been prepared to step in. 4 deputy attorney generals are being paid to be here, she told Scott. From the bench, Scott said he'd received a strange email request from Woodard Monday night. Woodard said he was very ill, but he did not directly request a recess. And by failing to show up for the 9 a.m. hearing, Scott said Labrador's team requested a delay almost through self-help. While he did little to mask his reluctance, Scott granted the one-day delay? What the hell is going on? That means this case will resume at 9 a.m. Wednesday, but the timetable is anything but clear. Corkery said the Attorney General's office will still need 2 more days to present its case. Fauser said she planned to call at least one witness of her own, Jennifer Marcus, the state board's Deputy Attorney General, who is a key figure in the board's decisions to discuss the Phoenix purchase behind closed doors. But Fauser said she had scheduling conflicts Thursday and Friday, suggesting her team would need a delay of its own that could push the trial into next week. After postponing Tuesday's proceedings, Scott also laminated the pace of Monday's hearings. Woodard worked his way through questioning only 3 state board members, with each on the stand for roughly an hour or more. And 7 months after Labrador filed his lawsuit, and after a cascade of court filings and sworn depositions, Scott made his impatience clear. It's incredible that this is where we are, he said. Tuesday's unexpected delay left 3 top education officials sitting on the sidelines waiting for a hearing that didn't happen. University President Scott Green, well, I'm thinking he's fucking counting it a win every single time. He don't have to go up there and answer no damn questions. Kind of funny how everybody's sick when it's about his turn to come up, right? And then you keep calling off sick. You tell them you're sick in the middle of the hearing, right before Mr. Green comes up. The person before Mr. Green, oh, I don't feel good. Then you call in sick. Yeah, Tuesdays. So University President Scott Green, University Legal Counsel Kent Nelson, and State Board member David Hill were seated in the front row of the courtroom Tuesday, just waiting. Woodard is expected to call all 3 witnesses, along with State Board Executive Director Matt Freeman, Brady Hall, Governor Brad Little's attorney, and other board members. And Governor Brad Little doesn't like it. The court case remains one of the biggest obstacles to the Phoenix deal, which U of I officials hope to close early this year. like in 2 or 3 weeks. The U of I's accreditors still need to sign off on the deal, and a U of I affiliated nonprofit needs to secure financing for the purchase, but financing is effectively on hold because of the lawsuit. And they even admitted that the nonprofit isn't even complete yet in order to get the purchase. Fowler was visibly angry after Tuesday's hearing. She upbraided Corkery as he prepared to leave the courtroom, saying Labrador's office has shown a lack of professionalism. Corkery only told Fowler he would pass on her comments, and he declined to speak to Idaho Education News after the hearing. Afterward, Fowler again questioned Turner's absence. It just seems to be there must be some other motive. Right there. Senior reporter Scott Reichert. Man, I need to talk to this guy. Right here. Afterward, Fowler again questioned Turner's absence. It just seems to me there must be some other motive. Yeah, Mr. Green doesn't want to talk. Oh, man. Like a soap opera, right? Thank you, Moonlight Rays. Please hit the like if you haven't yet. The plot thickens. This is so like I'm gonna call these new documents too. Shit, breaking news, new documents. I need to sit here and check his freaking Twitter every time now. Breaking. Yeah. Right here. Like, retweet. What's this? ICYMI from Monday. The trial resumes, and I'll continue to cover it. Yeah, we read that last night. And that's the one from today. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add him to when I check for Koberger documents. Because this already dropped earlier. This is 6. So at like noon, 1 o'clock. Trial's supposed to resume tomorrow. So in tomorrow's daytime true crime show, we'll find out what happens. I'm surprised he doesn't tweet. I need to reach out to him. Have him on the show. Let's talk this deal, man. What's up with this shit, you know? I'm not sure if they're being threatened. I think they don't want to allow I don't think they don't want to allow the opportunity for Scott Green. I don't think they want Scott Green up there. I don't think Scott Green wants to be up there. Has anybody seen, because remember when we read this, the letter from the United States Senate? Has anybody seen if there's a video of him at that Senate hearing when they were asking? Let's see. I have so many documents. Where in the hell is it? Yeah, right here. You guys remember when we went through this document. I haven't tried to look for it too much, but I did for a few minutes the other day, and I couldn't find nothing. But I'm interested to see if it's out there. If you have that, let me know. Send it to me to any of these links if you do come across it. Any of these destinations. I'm curious just to excuse me, to watch that one. All right. So now let's get to this latest stuff with this KC3, and we'll get back into this Idaho stuff after a bit. So let me know if you do any searching. Let me know if you find anything when it comes to that. A couple other things we'll go into, but I want to make sure that we cover some of this KC3 stuff today too. Because I know when we get into Idaho, man, we can go down, down, down. All right, so this is from January 12th, 2024. Let me go ahead and switch this. It's not new. These are old documents here. Let me save that. All right. So, police identify 3 men found dead outside Northland, Kansas home. Okay. So, I'm going to bring up all of these photos. We're going to go through these first. And I'm going to show you the layout of the property, full screen, the yard. Now, the backyard, I don't know. When we get to it, I have some questions with it. I need to know. Because I'm finding you guys probably know more than I do. Okay. I need to know. You know what? Hold on. I wonder if I can just email all these to me. Where were these? Were they found up against brush? Were they? Like, where were they in the backyard? That's my question. Let me email all these to me real quick. See if I can try it that way. Now it's 5208 is the address. In the backyard, I don't know. All right. It's like 50 pictures. So it's just going to take a second to load up into the email. It's like 50 pictures. It is a nice house. Shit shit. They did a cheap ass. You'll see what I mean when we go through it. One on the porch. The rest, I don't think they said. See, I heard 2 in the backyard, right? 1 on the porch, 2 in the backyard. Excuse me. What's up, Christine? She looked and went through a window, so I'm assuming a sunscreen porch. Well, was it this article? There was an article that we had pulled. Yeah, right here. You can see it. It's got the screen off the window. If you see it. Here, let me make sure. Let me get this photo and let's add this into the email too, and I can show you. They got that screen on there. So I'm sure it was through here, but when we go through, I'm going to show you guys, when we go through the property, I'm going to show you guys, and I don't know, something's weird. All right, let me check my email here. All right, that's done. Let me attach another file. Let's attach the last picture. Open. All right, send. Let's go. Here we go. Now, these are all... Okay. So here's the first one. I don't know. I don't see how all three can, there's somebody, one of them would have reached out for help. Porch, 2 and yard. One of them would have reached out for help. I don't know. I think, to me, it sounded like they were poisoned. Excuse me. From the get-go. Yeah, it was cold as shit then. But, I don't know. When I first came across it, it just sounded like they were poisoned or something. Yeah, there's video. We're going to get to, there's some new video. We're going to get to some video here in a second. I'm going to show everybody the picture. I'm sure we'll go back to these in the future, and that's quite all right. All right, so here's the first one. It just, I don't know. It just doesn't. So there's the front door. All right, there's the front yard. Different pictures here. And we'll go back through these in a sec, more in detail here in a little bit. There's the living room. Living room to the left, kitchen. Okay. So when you're looking, you're walking in the front door. The steps are kind of in the way of the front door. Okay. Off to the left. Then you got the little room that sneaks out towards the back, right? So you got the entrance, the living room, the dining room, the porch, the kitchen. To the right, you have the garage. I mean, these are neat stairs, but look, this is what I'm saying. Look, you can tell right here on the edge of these stairs, they're not even clean carpet. You can tell some of the stairs are kind of, and it might not be the wood itself. Like I said, it could be the padding underneath the carpet that just, because the carpet's so old, it just falls apart, But that's what I'm saying. It's interesting that you're going to take pictures. I don't know. I don't know how it's 300,000, 400,000. So see how you got the stairs, the living room's off to the left, and we're going to go through it when we see the out pictures. Living room's off to the left, dining room, kitchen, then out towards the back you got the little porch, which is a beautiful, I mean, that's probably my favorite room out of the whole place. I can't imagine waking up and going to eat breakfast out in that room. I mean, it has to be beautiful. So here's the back. This is the back. So to the right is the back. And then you got that porch all the way back here. See where you... So like when you're coming in, you would see the stairs, kitchen straight ahead. You couldn't see this room over here because of the frame of the door. So that's your porch. Awesome cupboards too. I think those are cool. I think that's I like that kitchen. Other than the tile on the wall, I don't really dig it too much. This is my favorite room right here. Oh, I can't imagine waking up and having breakfast in that room, you know? What's up, Louisa's Live? How are you? Thank you for hopping in. Stacy, I have a lot of windows, every window in my house. Ooh. Yeah, you got to have those blackout curtains, you know? What's up, John Morgan, Ticket 66? Thank you. Yeah, this is my favorite room. Plenty of windows for the chemist, renter to. Yeah, right? Especially the backyard. Right here. You can see the whole backyard. When we go through the backyard, I'll show you. What could have happened to KC3? Okay. Let me get Instagram up here. Hold on. Oh. Okay, yeah, we'll check that out here. We'll check those out. I'm going to get through some videos from the news, and then I got that in the next slot. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate that. Yeah. It's something to do. It's not, nobody froze. Nobody, maybe left out in the elements. Yeah. I don't think they froze. I don't think they've. No, it's all three of them. This whole porch. You back to the kitchen here. Yeah. Right there. You got the kitchen and you got that porch. Yeah, I bet, Miss Girl. I bet. Oh, it'd be so nice having scrambled eggs and freaking sausage and toast and orange juice and just chilling out in that room. Can't imagine. All right. Another room inside that. So there's a TV up there. I mean, you can see this is what I'm saying. Like, before we even get pictures of the backyard, look at the backyard, yo. It's flat. It's flat. It's flat. This is a picture to sell the house. You got your freaking clothes hanging up? Put them, like, take them down for a minute. Remove your laundry detergent and your Windex. Like, who the hell took these pictures, yo? Like, seriously, I mean, this is to sell the house. You got the little bar of soap right there from the hotel. Somebody took the soap. Mary, not a realtor. I don't think so. I don't think so. What was it? I'll share the link with you guys here in a second of where all the pictures came from. I don't get it. This looks like a different house inside. It wasn't that cold that night, wasn't it? I thought, oh, was that before the cold snap came? Is that before the cold snap came? No, it don't take much cold to pass out, but damn, all three of them at the same exact time where nobody can pull out their cell phone and call 911? Something's fishy. What's that, Moonvale Ticket 72? Something's fishy. I love breakfast food. Every freaking minute of the day, breakfast. What's up, Yoli Ticket 72? If they were locked out and freezing, that's a lot of windows they could have broke to get it. Yeah. So did she break the window that has the screen sitting out? It is a view of everything on Zillow. Yeah, this one came from some other website. Oh, I bet that's neat. This is from some other website. Yeah, there's conflicting reports of that too. Yeah. After she broke in, she say her boyfriend on the porch. Yeah, I mean, but all three at the same time? All three at the exact same time. I can see one. But all three? At the exact same time? What's up, AG? AG says it was January 7th. Oh my gosh, look at those walls. Ew. I can't imagine what this house smells like, you know? I'm sorry. I'm looking at the old carpet that you can tell the padding is already fell apart underneath. The wood paneling that's painted over white. The chunk sections of carpet that's put together because it's cheaper. The walls, I don't know, man. Can you imagine what? Oh, I can imagine. Oh, I can imagine. Look at this, you know, $30 to $50 to. Those are really cool stairs. I love the stairs in this house. I really do. But $30 to $50 to paint the floor, yo. Like, come on. And look, see the fucking. Look at that foundation post. They're animals, even. Because you notice they had gates. Excuse me. They had gates all over the doors, right? So they must have had some hellacious dogs. That's probably why they didn't replace the carpet. And that's probably where all the scratches came from. But look at the post right there for the foundation of the frickin' house. It's chewed apart. I kind of think they were too, Charlie Brown. I think they were poisoned at the same time, yo. That's just me. That's what I thought when I first heard this story. Right off the bat. Poisoned. Poisoned. Oh, sorry, guys. I wear earbuds and I have a loud fan, and I didn't. But I heard the police knock on the door. The phones were inside. Their phones were inside. Yeah, they were poisoned. They were poisoned. Yeah, it's turned to dry rot dust. You know what I mean? Nothing half-assed. You know. You know what I'm saying? Like when the carpet's that old, you're like, yo, there's something underneath there. You know what I mean? There's something underneath there. I don't remember when it started. It went into the teens the 2 nights they were missing. So it was like 40s during the day or something, right? Yeah, I remember somebody said 1976 earlier. It is. It's gross, right? I know. I remember when I bought my house back in the day, and we ripped out all the carpet because we actually we had wood floors there, except for a couple places had carpet, but yeah, it was gross. It bought it from some old lady. It was all retro. It was nothing had been updated for 20, 30 years or something. And yeah, it was gross tearing up some of that padding and shit. Number 76, blowing up balloons and listening. What's up, Steve W? What's up, Sue? Ticket 76 as well. I need to catch up. Oh, someone posted, not sure. Yeah, I'll share the link with you guys here. Donna Die Case Key Stranger Things. Donna Die. So painted concrete floor that needs. I mean, that's the cheapest fix to make your place. I mean, but look at that post. Look at. Can you guys see it? What's up, Michelle? Can you guys see the post and how it's all chewed up? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe because the guy just moved out. I'm gonna pull up the website here and I'll share it with you guys. Oh yeah. Yeah, I started looking into that one. Like I said, I do work on all these other different cases. We just end up talking mostly Idaho. But I have stuff for that case too. Let me see here. Let me get this link for you guys. And then we'll get into some more of these pictures because I got to show you this backyard. It's on a website called Redfin. So this is where I got the pictures. And here's the link. What's up, Mr. Myers? How are you doing, sir? New Hampshire rules, the rest are fools. Oh, Doyle! What's up? Something, Steve. It ain't, something. But here's the website. It's called Redfin. And this is where I got all the photos. This describes it all. Redfin checked 2 minutes ago. So it was just updated. So this is updated right now. Estimation is 329,000. And it says it's 95,000 over the list price. Interesting. Yes, built in 1976. 2 garage spaces. It says, let's see, plenty of room, entertaining. Walk out to a large patio overlooking yard with privacy fence. From 2019, upstairs, find the master suite, 3 guest bedrooms, and a hall bath. So the guest bedrooms are upstairs. Master features double closets, tile shower, new counter, and vessel sink. Great additional space for entertaining or storage in the finished basement, including a full bath. Finished basement. It's not finished because watch, we're going to look through the rest of these pictures. This ain't a finished basement. This ain't a finished basement. We're not even done. All right, AG, thank you. We're not even done. So here we go. Look. Finished basement. What do you, that's your curtain? Is a fucking sheet for a picture where you're selling it on a website for $330,000, yo. Oh, this is a finished basement? This is a finished basement. What? This ain't no finished basement. The red floor is hideous, isn't it? Like, yo, at least you can go to fucking Home Depot or something and drop like 30, 40, 50 bucks and just paint the floor, yo. Like that would be a huge improvement. You know how like do you know how much of an improvement that would be to go into selling the house if you just painted the floor? Then all the other shit wouldn't seem so bad. But then when you see the floor of the basement, you're like, but wait a minute, I just saw carpet upstairs that's chewed up, that's dirty, that has dirt spots in it. On one of the pictures, you'll see it, I'll show you, where they're selling it. Straight dirt spot, about that fucking big on the carpet on the stairs. Like, what do you mean? It has a pool and clubhouse. Like Herb Baumeister. $1,000 a week? Fucking nuts. Nuts. Just epoxy. Just, right? Just put the primer on the car, you know? Just put the primer on the car. See why Koberger ditched his shower curtain. Look at that. Finished basement? Who in the hell you lying to? Look, and you got your you got your fucking shower notched out for the fucking vent. What the hell, man? Whatever. Finished basement. All right, so here's the backyard. Here's the backyard. It's flat. So when we're going on Google, guy, and we're on the highway and you see all those bushes sticking up, it's just right up against the fence. Look, you can see the only bushes that exist are right up against the fence. Flat. Wide open until you can see the bushes against the fence. Oh my gosh, look at those telephone poles, yo. Those are crooked as shit. Damn. So that's the pool. There's the pool. there's the pool right there. Yeah, they weren't in the driveway. They were parked on the side of the road. Oh, man. I don't know, Danny. I thought from the beginning they were poisoned. I think they're poisoned. That's just my opinion. It was, yeah, the 7th was when they went to the party. And then the wife showed up on the 9th. Showed up the day of the 9th, then the police showed up after that. We got a pool, everybody. Look at how flat it is. And there's nothing there until the frickin' bushes at the end of the fence. See? Look. They're right up along the fence. So what? You're telling me that they walked over there, walked in between the bushes and the fence and then laid there? Even if they're laying there, I'm sure you could see them from the porch. Look at all these windows back here. You got big ass windows here, door, windows, flat. Here's another picture of the backyard. You think all three of them? Okay, hold on. What's up, Collateral? Okay, so all three of them, you think? Yeah, that was the pool, Collateral. We have a pool, everybody. Pool party. Right there. Yeah, pool party. Give me a break. Fucking, you'd cannonball that son of a bitch and it falls apart. No cannonballs. Yeah, right? AG. Yeah. Something, but really think about it. All three of them? What? All three of them were like, yeah, let me have some at the same time? And then they all just at the same time? I don't know. Something. Yeah, that's a good eye memory. They do. When you go to this picture right here, you can see. Definitely have a view. Aw. It's all good. Yoli 2 in the business, 1 on the porch. Feels like an OD. So what do you think? How do you think? Okay. Let me know how you guys think it went down in chat. If you can fit it in one message. Looks like one of it's not. It's one of those plastic ones. It's a plastic one because you can see the lip. The lip right there. It's a plastic one, yo. That's what I'm saying. You do a cannonball on that son of a bitch, and the thing just goes, and then water is just pouring everywhere. And look, they have a tire swing hooked up right next to it. Oh, I bet that was the talk of the street right there. Pool party. You can even swing off the tree swing into it, right? Did he just bring the stuff and leave? Good question. Case is crazy. Yeah, we're going to get into some stuff here. Maybe they were drugged, given too much. Probably. I mean, that could definitely be. Thank you, Christine. When you listen, when there's somebody that deals with chemicals already, hello. There you go, Wapiti, right there. When you're dealing with somebody who deals with chemicals, what can I give them to make it look like it was natural, right? It's not the first time. Yeah, the guy that rented the home. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's crazy. I've seen those videos. It is nuts. They just, it's like, whoa. What's up, Jennifer? One friend was slumped over in a chair. One was slumped over in a chair. Ooh, hold on a minute. Okay, so one friend was slumped over in a chair. One was on the ground closer to the to the to the what? Like he was trying to get help. The other was in the yard. Right, lifelong friends. I could stay in the pool longer. Yeah, he deals with the chemicals. Yeah, right? All those emojis, damn straight. He was cursing. He was curing stuff with his research. I thought it was AIDS. That's what I had heard too, like a HIV research type thing. The one on the porch was going to get help. Like they went out. Oh, like maybe they all went out to the back of the yard. Oh, like they all went to the back of the yard to do something. But man, the dude messes with chemicals. It's too much of a coincidence, man. And then the dude doesn't look at his messages, but's on Facebook and he's not answering nothing until the cops. I don't know. The shit's shady. To me, that's like I said, when I first heard how everything went down. I mean, I get that part, but when you look at the dude that's still alive that answered the door, it's like, man. Maybe they went in the back. Yeah. Man, I still feel like, dude, the dude that answered the door knows. He just had to avoid it until he couldn't avoid it no more. That's why he answered the door for the cops finally. He wanted to avoid it until he couldn't avoid it no more because he knows something. What's up, Sussin? Thank you for hopping in. I would like to know where the yeah, the phones were inside, so it sounds like, yeah, they went to the backyard to go and enjoy something that was laced with something. Dude that is inside knows chemicals, and then he acts all suspicious until he has to answer the door. Yeah. And then one of them leaves. Something, I'm sorry, something stinks. Something reeks, not stinks, reeks. All right, here's another picture of the backyard. Look at that. Wide open. How do you not know? Even if there were laying down there, you had to see them. You had to. They're not, even if they're laying between the bush and the fence, you're still going to see them at the bottom. The bushes get bigger as they go up, not down. You can see all the dark from between each bush right there. You're going to see somebody laying there. So here's the bird's eye without the trees. Flat. Bushes right up against the fence. Another image. There's the 5 dudes. Well, this gentleman is wearing a black shirt with a red sleeve. I don't know if they had coats on. He already moved out. I got videos to show you guys too. All right, we'll get back to these pictures here in a little bit. Let me get to some of these videos here for you. 1 second. AG says they sent a video. I might have that already, actually. Hold on. We'll just go ahead and play it from here. Wait a minute. Let's see. News Nation. Okay, this is Inside Edition. Hold on. So this is from AG. Thank you, AG. Appreciate it. Let me... Okay, this is weird. I can't get out of my full screen now. Okay, I'll just play it real quick. Is it sharing it?
3 guys found dead outside of a friend's home after they'd all gone over to watch a Kansas City Chiefs game with him.
The 3 buddies came to this house in Kansas City on January 7th after watching the big game against the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 days later, their bodies were discovered right here in the backyard. A friend of one of the victims expressed outrage on Facebook. He knew people were looking for them. He read messages of people searching for him. My husband banged on his door for 20 minutes. My friend banged on his door and then busted a window and yelled and announced her presence. And still nothing from him. Nothing is adding up.
Yeah, see, it's not adding up.
Local police insist there is no evidence of foul play, and it's not being investigated as a homicide. Right. We spoke to the homeowner's lawyer, John Pacerno.
The 3 individuals that were his friend, they did leave his house. He went to bed and he went to sleep. When he woke up the next morning, he just assumed that they had all gone home.
Why didn't he see these 3 friends outside?
He didn't look in the backyard. He didn't use the back door to go out to the backyard, and he had no knowledge that they were there.
The victim's car...
It sounds like DM and BF.
...were reportedly still parked in the...
It sounds like DM and BF, right?
...the driveway. Wouldn't he notice their car and think, hey, that's weird. Why is their car here?
I know it's been reported that they were in the driveway. That's incorrect. They were on the street. He did not notice them.
Jonathan Price's brother, Ricky, is one of the victims. Jonathan, do you suspect foul play?
Yes.
What do you think happened?
There's no way that it would be anything other than, something sinister.
The results of the autopsies are pending. Temperature.
Yeah. Sounds like BS. What's up, Crafts and Crime? Yeah. 2 different accounts. I'm telling you, when you listen, they saw him on Facebook. It showed him online. They saw him reading messages. He was trying to avoid. He knows something. He was trying to avoid it until he absolutely couldn't. Because then, if he doesn't answer the door for the cops and he's there, then he's suspicious. But in his mind, he's not suspicious. If he, oh hey, what's up, cop? Yeah. So I'm gonna get into some of the other stuff that I saved, but this is from Kelly, and this has to do with. Let me see here. She says this has something to do with this case right here. So this is fentanyl poisoning, 3 fatal doses in same night. So I think Kelly, you think this has something to do with what took place? I'm saying maybe. What I'm saying is the dude that fucking lives there knows something. Whether they were poisoned or what. And fentanyl, isn't it poisoning? If you don't know you're doing it, is that not poisoning? That's why they charge people for it. Let's see here.
2 years ago this week, 3 people in New York City died from an overdose of the drug. They all bought the drug from the same dealer. Their family still looking to come to terms with the loss. On the eve of the anniversary of their deaths, an emotional warning about drug dangers and new details about a rare conviction in the case. Here's 7 on Your Side investigative reporter Dan Crow.
This isn't a story about overdoses. It's a story about poisoning people with drugs laced with a hidden substance. It's killing people in record numbers, including 3 people by the same dealer on the same day.
I just miss her.
3 families.
It's just changed my world.
Brought together.
Julia's an amazing girl.
By unexpected grief.
How can you believe something like that? That has actually happened.
26-year-old lawyer Julia Garamani, banker and soon-to-be father Ross Matangi, and social worker Amanda Scher didn't know each other in life, but their families are helping each other cope with their deaths.
I don't want other parents to go through this. It's just a horror story, and we have to be more aware of it.
Back on March 17th of 2021, police say the 3 victims texted the same drug dealer, Billy Ortega, asking for cocaine. His delivery man dropped the drugs off at each one of their places in New York City. They all died a short time later.
My daughter didn't die from a drug overdose. My daughter was murdered.
It wasn't just cocaine they were ingesting. It turns out it was also fentanyl, a highly addictive and dangerous man-made opioid. Even a tiny amount can be deadly.
How much did they find in what she took?
What she actually had, we're told, was almost all fentanyl.
Almost all of it.
That's what we were told by the police.
Charging drug dealers in death cases is rare. Prosecutors have to prove the dealer knew what was inside the drugs. In these cases, there's digital proof. Before the drugs were delivered.
Wow, there's digital proof. Yeah, isn't it, Steve? I know that was from a couple years ago. Isn't it like a certain... What's the name for it that they call it? There's a name for it. Oh my gosh, what's the name? I haven't heard it. I haven't heard the name for like a year. Yes, Bianca. Yeah, it's been for, gosh, probably 10 years now. I remember in Akron, they were having to use semi-trailers as morgues because it got so bad in Akron with all the fentanyl ODs. They couldn't keep up. They had to use semi-trailers that had refrigeration as temporary morgues. It was crazy in Akron. People were dropping left and right. I mean, every week it was like, wow. In the videos about surveillance cams in Moscow, it also included info on the frats pressing their own. Wow. Right, Beth? Right? It is. It definitely is.
Delivered to the 3 victims. Police say Ortega received a text from another client, a warning. I gave most of my last bag to my buddy, and he just called me this second to say he ended up in the hospital last night and that he had to get a Narcan shot.
9 minutes before he told his delivery guy to bring the drugs to Julia,
Wow.
he knew 100%
Wow.
that this would kill her.
Police say the same batch of drugs were then dropped off at Matangi's New York City hotel room and then to the apartment of Amanda Schur. The dealer continued to call and text after delivery.
And the dealer said, try not to do too much because it's really strong. But she never responded.
Wow. And that's why, is that the mystery man that came by and took off or something?
Right.
What was that like to hear?
I would like to say to you that it was horrifying, but the horror already happened.
Later that night, after Ortega stopped getting responses from the three victims, he turned to another customer, this time another drug dealer.
After he killed 3 people, he texted another drug dealer and said, oh yeah, I have a batch that people are saying is too strong. Why don't you take it and give it to some girls?
Huh.
LOL. Freaking LOL. You know? So they don't care. He doesn't care.
A lot of people call these overdose deaths, and you're saying we need to change the way we describe these. That's not what this was.
No. Overdose is the wrong word for what happened to Julia and to Ross and Amanda. They bought cocaine. They thought they had cocaine, and it wasn't. It was fentanyl.
It's not how they want their children to be remembered.
Some good has to come from this.
But they hope their deaths prevent a similar tragedy from happening to other families.
I hope people listen because this is real. And this is real, awful, never-ending pain.
Ortega will be sentenced this spring. He's facing 25 years to life in prison. And he's just...
Yeah, I mean, that's... For sure. I mean, it sounds like something, right? They all went to the backyard. I don't know. Something sounds... The dude that lives there knows.
Families who...
All right, I'm going to play that again real quick. This just came out 21 hours ago here. So supposedly the mystery man was hanging out with the fellas while the other guy was asleep. So the guy that rents the house goes to bed while everybody else is doing whatever. I don't buy it. I'd buy it if you answered the door when people were pounding on your fucking door. I'd buy it if you replied to messages that were sent out on social media. I'd buy it. But with this mystery man and everybody's hanging out and you're going to bed in a house that you own, I'm sorry. If it was my house, I'd be like, look, fellas. Because if you didn't think they were staying the night, right? And you went to bed, I'd be like, look, fellas, it's already getting late. You know, we got to figure something out. Are you crashing? You going home? What's up? You know? So then if you thought, oh, well, we're going to crash here. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go to bed. Go ahead and keep hanging out, whatever. And then you're going to wake up the next morning thinking that they stayed. Other than that, this don't make no sense. Dude was sleeping while the other 3 and the mystery man were hanging out. My ass. Crazy. Here's another one. Let me see here. Because there's another newer one as well. Let's see. 21. This one right here talks about him moving out right here. I got to give it to this reporter. Like every video that he's done so far, this is probably how I would, because if you guys like if you were listening to my read through my Cliff Notes, President Green's chapter about the Idaho4 crime. If I was a reporter, this is probably how I would, because they're just listen to the intensity of all the different words when you're speaking. Just watch.
Fox 4's Malik Jackson.
See the did she break into the porch? Because that's not the porch. That's not the porch. And that screen's missing off that bottom left window. What's up, Facts and Truth Only, please? Thank you for hopping in, becoming a new sub, and the first live. Thank you. I appreciate you checking out the show. If you aren't subscribed, please hit the subscribe. You'll see it kind of blink down there under the video. So this isn't the porch. So why would there be... That's not a basement. I'm going to show you. We went through all the pictures in the beginning of the show. I'm going to show you all the pictures again before we switch to the Idaho4 case. That is not a basement. And the porch is on the other side. The porch is that little room, you know, my favorite room I talked about a while back. This is my favorite room. I would love to sit out there and have breakfast in that room. It was a beautiful room. It's my favorite room of the whole house. That's on the other side of the house. This is not the porch, so I'm kind of... I don't understand. Something... Ooh, shout out, contribution, call out. Riddler, thank you for the gifted membership. Give me 1 second, and I will call out who is... Bianca! Gifted a membership. Thank you, Riddler. Appreciate that. Something's not. 3-season porch, that's in the back. That's in the back. You'll see what I'm saying. It's my favorite room in the whole house. I'm going to play a couple more videos, and then we're going to go back through the pictures again. But to me, that... that don't make sense. I don't know. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. Oh, hold on 1 second. Beth snuck it in there. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Where'd it go? What's up, Rob? How you doing, buddy? One of the news videos you showed, they zoomed in on the front door and you could see the glass broken on it. Yeah, that's not the porch, though, because it's on this window, but not the porch. So why is it being... That's what we're saying. That's what I'm questioning. Why is it being reported the porch? This is not the porch, yo. The porch is my favorite room. I want that room. I want a room like that one day. Oh my gosh. Drinking my orange juice and eating my breakfast? Shit. Be amazing. Contribution call out to Beth D. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Give me 1 second. And it looks like... Let me see here, because it used to do it on StreamYard. It don't anymore. Cats, Puppy Love, Victorine, Old Hats, Facts and Truth Only, please, and Bread to Kill were gifted memberships. Appreciate that. Definitely check out the ones that we've just had, but there's some special ones. Like I always tell everybody, there's some special ones in the springtime of last year. You'll definitely want to go give a listen to. Plenty. Thank you very much, Beth. But I'm just wondering, why is it being reported porch when this is... Because we've seen this picture. It was like, we saw it this morning when we started talking about it. We saw the picture hanging out. But that's not the porch. So it's did a segment about the Linda Lane foot. Yeah, law and crime. And trust me, we're going to be getting into that tonight in our Idaho4 part. Yeah, because Elon, thank you for coming in. Because it was funny because Jesse Weber says, well, everybody, there's some video out there. And it's like, bro, the video's been out there for how long? How about you look at the DNA dirty glove video that I made a couple days ago in my video section, Jesse, and talk to me about the contamination practices before those people even entered the crime scene at 11:22. How about you look at that video instead of fucking Linda Lane, because we don't even know if the timestamp is real on Linda Lane. No, let's talk about Linda Lane instead of the DNA footage, right? And if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, here, I'll share the link with you. It's a video that I made about it, and you're gonna fucking freak, okay? Reasonable doubt before there's even a trial set. Check it out. There's the link. Yes, I'm wondering about ring cams, but you'd have to have it in the back of the property. And if he did, I'm sure he probably fucking got rid of them. Because if he's not answering the door, or he's not answering somebody breaking in his house, yelling out his name, calling out their presence, but he's somehow with a empty glass, wine glass, and a fucking Hugh Hefner showing up like, yes, a couple minutes later. Something. What's up, Senny? Ticket 103. Something. There's a whole bunch of shit in here. Like, something. Even the story of breaking in. What? So there's a lot of different stories being tossed around. Right? Oh, beyond that, I'm saying beyond that, old hats, because that's been, when we knew that there was people hanging outside and people went up inside, it was contaminated from, we knew, that's a year ago. I'm saying if you look at that video that I dropped, that link, and you see, all I can do is just tell you to watch it. And make sure you watch the whole thing, because the end shows another video. All right? Like, oh, this is beyond all that contamination. This is beyond all that. This is contamination from where it should have never came from in the first. You just got to watch it. You just got to watch it. Thank you. Where did you send it? On IG? Ring cam would help to see. Yeah, but if he had a ring cam in the back, I bet you he done unscrewed that son of a bitch from the house. Or the door. Or wherever it was. He unscrewed it, got rid of it. Probably took it. Who knows? That too. Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll be getting into that. We're going to watch that. We're going to watch a little bit of Law and Crime and some Andrew D. Myers. Shout out Andrew D. Myers. We're going to be watching a couple things for the Idaho part. What's up, Thin Mint? How you doing? We do these double combo, these combo shows from time to time where we cover both cases. So let me, we're going to watch the rest of this, and then I'm going to show you guys, anybody that's just coming in, I'm going to show you guys all the pictures of the layout, the property, the yard. So there's a close-up of the window.
Broke in.
Determine a cause of death. Let's like that video. That's a good reporting from Kansas City right there, buddy. All right. Let me see here. Let's put some trophies in there too. There we go. All right. So let me go back. Now that was
2 weeks ago, three men died at a Northland home. Their bodies found in the.
So that was from, let's see here. Those were from, where did it go? From 11 days ago was that one that we just watched. And then the one before that was the 3 Kansas City Chiefs. So, and let me see. Now, this is interesting. Kansas City on pace to break its homicide record. This was 6 months ago. All right. Give me 1 second here. And I want to go. I need to see the dates on these ones here. Okay. So this was 4 days ago. And then we'll go to one from a couple days ago and then 6 days ago. So this is the time.
Now,
this is the timeline from 4 days ago.
Mysterious case of 3 men found dead outside of a Kansas City home following a Chiefs game. It's getting more and more attention and begging more questions about what happened.
Yeah, the person who owns that house says that his buddies just froze to death. Friends and family say the timeline is just one of the many details not adding up here. Kelsey Kernstein joins us to help break it all down. Kelsey, what's the latest today?
Adrian Markey, good morning. So right now we are, of course, waiting for that autopsy and toxicology results. Those, of course, could take weeks. Now, the key issues that people want clarity on: why did these 3 men allegedly freeze to death? Why was the homeowner allegedly ignoring people banging on his door? And what evidence did police have to
showing up with an
immediately rule
empty
out
wine
a homicide
glass?
Investigation. Now, here's what we know. On Sunday, January 7th, the 4 friends were at a home outside of Kansas City to watch the Chiefs game. Now, the game kicked off at 3:25 Central Time and ended almost exactly 3 hours later, according to a post on the team's social media. For the next 50 hours or so, loved ones heard nothing. A friend telling News Nation exclusively that, quote, early in the day on Tuesday, January 9th, the homeowner had seen messages from concerned relatives and was aware that at least 2 of the men had not made it home. Now, according to police, that night, one of the missing men's fiance showed up at the house. She banged on the door, but no one answered. So she broke in through the basement and found one of the men dead.
Through the basement?
On the back porch. She then called police, who found 2 other men dead in the backyard. Now, the next morning, police then issued a statement saying they found no obvious signs of foul play, adding that a search warrant wasn't required due to the home.
There's no broken glass on the window with the thing missing. With the screen missing.
Who found 2 other men dead in the backyard. Now,
You could see it on the other one. You can see the plastic in the windows, in the window pane. That ain't broke. So I don't know. Where's this basement window?
The next morning,
broke
police
it.
then issued a statement saying they found no obvious signs of foul play, adding that a search warrant wasn't required due to the homeowner's cooperation. Now, 3 days later, on Friday, January 12th, the victims were identified
Ticket 112.
as 37-year-old David Harrington, 36-year-old Clayton
Yeah,
McGinney,
boxers
and
and a wine
38-year-old
glass.
Ricky Johnson.
Right.
Harrington's mother told News Nation exclusively that, quote, nobody believes this story. Here's Mal Jackson, a reporter at News Nation's Kansas City station, on his conversations with his sources.
It is sort of interesting because all of the times, police departments are evasive for different reasons. But in this case, and in conversations with sources,
right?
And on the record and off the record conversations, I think the police department is as bewildered by this case as I think America is starting to become.
Our News Nation station, WDAF, reports that neighbors even saw a U-Haul truck in the driveway of his home, but we do not know why. But again, the homeowner has not been charged, and he is cooperating with police. Now, there is no timeline for the toxicology reports, but according to the DOJ, the average turnaround is more than 30 days.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah. The average. Yeah, we're going to go through it. I'm going to show you guys all the pictures again. And I'm going to share the link with you guys. So you guys can have the link for yourself as well. But I'm going to show the zoomed in pictures. And then when you go to the website, you can see them yourselves or save them for yourselves. Because when you see them on the website, they're not zoomed in whatsoever. So I'm going to look at a couple different articles here real quick. And then I'm going to show you the pictures again. And then we'll go to the Idaho4 topic here. Let me me see here. So here's this. This is Redfin. This is the source of the pictures. But I'm going to go to a couple articles here first. I just want to drop that for you so you can have it for yourself. And let me just move myself over here. So it's a site called Redfin. And that's where I got all these pictures from. So we're going to look through it. We're going to look around all the house. We're going to see what pictures can be the freaking basement. All right? We're going to look. We'll do it zoomed in here in a second. Let me switch to this article first here. This has a 30-second video, so let's check this out.
Families are still begging to get answers to.
All right, there we go. So basically, this article is just going to be saying the same thing, but I'm going to read it here to see if we find anything different in this article that's going to stick out. So give me 1 second here. Dude was like a weird scientist. Yeah. I'm just saying, the dude, I'm sorry. I don't know. Yeah. Something fishy's going to come out. For real. All right. Fox 4. Fifth person at Kansas City home where 3 friends were found passed. This was updated earlier today, this morning. So let me see here. Family isn't buying the story either. Okay. Police identified the 3 victims, Ricky, Clayton, and David. There was a U-Haul seen outside of Jordan Willis's home, and now his attorney confirms with Fox 4 that he has, in fact, moved. Let's see. Attorney Joe Paserno also confirmed there was a 5th person at the house with Willis, and that the 3 victims that night. Paserno said Willis went to sleep with while those 4 men were still up hanging out at the house. So the guy was there before he went to sleep. So let me see. I'm just seeing if there's anything different that sticks out. Like last time he saw them, they were leaving the house, but he didn't know they had left. That doesn't make much sense. Caleb McGeaney said. Paserno said the last time Willis saw the 3 men was when they left the house and he went to bed. He changed his story. Now he claims Willis went to sleep while the 3 victims and the 5th man continued to hang out in his home. When he would have people over at his house, yes, sometimes they get tired. Okay, that's what the lawyers stated in the video. Since moved out of the house, somebody has to end up in custody over it, regardless of any situation. They are at your house and 3 people are passed. They're still waiting on results. It could be weeks before they get results from an autopsy or other tests. And it says, since the beginning of this investigation, KCPD has kept the Platte County Prosecutor's Office up to speed on their progress. Willis is not facing charges in this case. I mean, they already said already it was 100% not. 100% not. Got to wait for this ad to go by. Now, this is an article from a couple days ago talking about being frozen outside. All right, so it's just a text article. Okay, Let's see. I'm just seeing. Yeah, right here. First and foremost, Kansas City Police Captain Jake Bachina said, first and foremost, this case is 100% not being investigated as a homicide. Well, thank you, Victorine. Appreciate that. His lawyer knows the full story. I see your messages. I'm just reading articles, and when I'm reading articles, I can't see the messages too much, but I do see the messages. They could have been hitting it could have been, yeah. Or maybe the dude that was hanging out, who says that he wasn't into whatever the dudes were into that maybe possibly went outside. And after so long, he's like, damn, I'm hanging out in here by myself. I don't know why you wouldn't go out there, but maybe he wasn't. I don't know. Was he a high school buddy? Was he a high school buddy like they're claiming the renter and the three that passed, were they high school buddies? Yeah, like how loud of a fan? Like Rob, like you said earlier, right? You show up with a boxers and wine glass like Hugh Hefner, but you're 30. Sorry, man, I didn't hear anybody break the fucking window and announce their presence into my home. But what's up? Right? Yeah, I knew they were leaving, but they didn't leave, right? Whatever. I don't know. I mean, you see the picture with the 5 dudes. I didn't show their real faces until that Fox 4 did. They just showed the one that I at least had an edited version of it. They Fox 4 was like, boom. It don't make sense. All right, give me 1 second. We're going to go through those pictures. And I will share the link with you guys again. So if you didn't catch it the first time, let's play this real quick.
Down on the bizarre story out of Kansas City.
This is from earlier.
3 guys found dead outside of a friend's home after they'd all gone over to watch a Kansas City Chiefs game with him. And the living friend, whose home they'd gone to, apparently never contacted the police.
Right, AG?
Apparently claiming days later that the 3 men identified as 38-year-old Ricky Johnson, 37-year-old David Harrington, 36-year-old Clayton McGinney, froze to death outside of his home. The autopsy results are currently pending, but as of now, police are saying there are no signs of foul play and are not treating this as a homicide investigation. Joining us now is John Paserno, the attorney for the homeowner. Thanks a lot for coming on the program. Appreciate it. All right, so a lot of people, particularly family members of those who died, have a lot of questions for your client. What does he say happened here?
Well, at this time, he doesn't say anything different than what he's told police previously, that he has no knowledge of what happened to those young men after they left his home.
Let me read you. This is
Thank
from
you, Sue. Appreciate
you. One of the friends of the one of the people who died, who said on Facebook, "The man was inside his home alive while my friends were dead in his yard for Lord knows how long. They were all hanging out since after the game Sunday. He knew people were looking for them. He read messages of people searching for him on Tuesday. My husband banged on his door for 20 minutes. My friend banged on the door and then busted a window and yelled and announced her presence."
So, and here, let me get rid of me out of this here. Let me throw me over here so you guys can see the whole thing. All right. I was going to sleep on this and wait to post to tomorrow, but I can't. This is January 9th at 10:28 p.m. So this man, so-and-so, was inside his home alive while my friends were passed away in his yard for Lord knows how long. They were all hanging out since after the game Sunday. He knew people were looking for them. He read messages of people searching for him on Tuesday. My husband banged on his door for 20 minutes. My friend banged on his door and then busted a window and yelled and announced her presence while she's inside, and still nothing from him. Then the cops come 10 minutes later, and he comes out nonchalant in his boxers with an empty wine glass in hand. Nothing is adding up. Dave, Clay, and Ricky need and deserve justice. They didn't deserve this. Damn straight.
Presence while she's inside and still nothing from him. Then the cops come 10 minutes later and he comes out nonchalant in his boxers with an empty wine glass in his hand. Nothing is adding up. Dave, Clay, and Ricky need and deserve justice. They didn't deserve this. Your response?
Sure. Even if all of those things are true, that doesn't mean he had anything to do with what happened to those young men. Obviously, 3 men who die all at the same time. And there's no signs of foul play whatsoever from the police. There's nothing to indicate that Jordan had any involvement whatsoever in their deaths. I spoke with the prosecutor this morning, as a matter of fact. The toxicology reports are due in a couple of weeks. And, you know, we can all speculate as to how they died. But as far as my client being involved, Jordan didn't have anything to do with their deaths. You know, when they left his home after the game, he didn't even really know which door they went out. They were in the backyard. He doesn't use that particular door. He goes out in the front. And so he had no knowledge that they were out there until, you know, Tuesday when he was told that they were out there.
And what of the claims from the families that they were trying to contact him and he wouldn't respond and they were going to the house, etc.?
Sure. I don't know about whether or not they went to the house or tried to contact him, but he was home sporadically. I know another allegation I've seen floating out there is that he would have had to put the dogs out, that the dogs would have went in the backyard, and that's untrue as well. The dogs stay at his dad's house, which his dad lives in a different location, and that's where the dogs were. He had no reason to go in the backyard. As you can see there, we've had recent snowstorms and that kind of thing. So he had absolutely no knowledge that they were out there. They were his friends. They were at his house socializing. If he had found them out there or if they were in danger, he would have called the police and tried to help them. He's a highly educated guy. He's a good guy. He has a full-time job. In no way would he try to harm his buddies.
And to be really clear, he didn't know that there were 3 dead, frozen friends outside his house.
Correct. No idea. I mean, if you didn't look in your backyard, how would you know that?
All right. John Paserno, thank you so much for coming on the program. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Dan.
Let's get back with the panel. Geraldo Rivera, Ashley Banfield, and Jesse Weber. All right, Ashley, it's cold where they are there. You grew up in incredibly cold weather as well. What do you mean?
Oh, I hope Ashley doesn't take over this whole conversation, because when these guys were talking Idaho4 a couple days ago, neither one of the gentlemen could say damn fucking word.
Think of what Mr. Paserno is saying there.
I grew up in minus 30, so I don't think Kansas City's cold at all.
Oh,
However, look, I get what Mr. Paserno is saying, and that it does make sense. I once rented a dumpy house that I never saw the back.
Oh, my gosh.
Jesse?
It's strange. I don't think we learned too much from this interview. I mean, he emphasized something that I thought was interesting. All 3 died presumably at the same time. That's very curious. And if they had cell phones on them, if it was a case they got locked out of the house or in trouble, they didn't contact.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you. Thank you, Jesse. Now look at my fucking DNA dirty video, bro, instead of the Linda Lane shit.
Anybody else? There's a lot of unanswered questions here. And I'm not surprised from this attorney that we didn't get those answers, because he is representing his client in a really difficult situation right now.
Thank you for watching. Go to News Nation now.
Exactly. Cell phones. All right. So we're going to go through these pictures again real quick, and then we're going to switch to Idaho4. So again, here's the link to this website, Redfin. This is where I got all these pictures. And I'm going to show you, and we're going to look for this basement window, all right? Cuz something the window with the screen missing, it's not broke. You can see the plastic inside the window, the in the middle of the window, you can still see it there. So it's not that. What is the basement? So there's that link, and then we'll go back to the pictures here. All right, so we're going to look at the pictures. This is the day that the crime took place, or when everything started taking place, not the day that the crime took place, but the couple days later. Picture with the gentleman. All right, here's the picture of this house. We're going to go through them. So here's the yard, wide open. Another picture. Yeah, we're going backwards. We're going to go through the yard first, then we're working our way back to the front door. Because we're going to look around the property here and see if we can find this basement window, right? All right. I don't see any basement windows there. I don't even see the little things that stick out for the basement windows that are underneath ground level, right? Another picture of the backyard. Yeah, Riddler. The dude even provided different versions. Yeah, I know. Obviously, the red floor room is the basement. That's obvious. We're trying to see from the outside where these windows can even be accessed, because I don't see any windows here. So is it in the front? Got a doggy door on the door there. There's the shower in the basement. All right, we're in the basement now. We'll see the front of the house towards when we get to the front door, we'll see the front of the house. There's another picture of the shower. All right, so this basement window right here. Where is it? Is that a fence? All right, let's look around some more. So there's not a window anywhere else in this room. There's only one basement window, and that's right there. Look at that fucking... Look at that. That's the post for the frickin' foundation of the whole inside of the house. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. Like, come on. Look at that. That's holding up your frickin' house, and look at the other post. Look, there's two of them. You got one there all chewed up at the bottom, and then you got another one right there all chewed up at the bottom. So the stairs going downstairs is the opposite side of the window. So that's the opposite side of the stairs going downstairs. All right. Now let's skip through these other rooms. These are the bedrooms that are upstairs. All right. Bathroom, that's upstairs. Look, your toilet is like covering half your shower entrance. Let's see here. Laundry room. That's the porch. That's the porch. Let me see here. That's another picture of the porch. It's the dining room. All right, let's look at the stairs. Let's see here. That's the kitchen. Okay, so let me see here. So I bet behind. So I bet you on the other side of that wall, that's where the steps are. I bet you right here is the steps to go down to the basement. So I think maybe the basement windows facing the side that the garage is on. Natalie K, she is the girl that went on news. She has a lot, but says anxiety got to her. How do I, yeah, I mean, I even have a phone number if she wants to call in. I don't, on News Nation, Natalie K. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I try. It's always about everybody's comfort, you know. If not, if we can't find a good picture, we're gonna go to the Google guy, because we'll be able to get that for sure on the Google guy. All right, hold on. Let me see here. Let me go through some more of these here real quick. Okay. So yeah, that goes into the. I bet you the stairs that go into the basement are on the left side before, in between that room and the left side of those stairs. I bet. All right, so let's see. Where's the fucking window, yo? Where's the fucking window, man? It's got to be on this side then. On the left side of the house. All right, hold on. We're going to go to Google guy real quick. Where's this fucking window? It's not anywhere in the back. Where's this fucking window at? Where's this fucking window at? Where's this fucking window at? There ain't no fucking window, yo. I don't understand. Something don't make sense. Something don't make sense. I looked all around that damn property. It's got to be a recessed, window that has that metal. It's down a few feet. But damn, where do you see even the recessed part? I don't see it. Something. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It's got to be recessed. But now that we walked around that whole property, where do you see a recessed window? Tony. That's what I thought too, because when you look at the picture right here, it looks like there's a vehicle. Like there's a vehicle right there. Right? So that's why when I first came over here, oh, whoops, it's not showing it. Right here, it looks like there's a vehicle. That's why when I fucking came over here, and it's like, where in the hell is the window? I'm just, where is it? Right? I thought it was too when I went and looked. All right. We could spend all night on this. I already walked around the whole thing. We showed the pictures a lot slower earlier. It just, I don't know. We'll be talking more about it tomorrow morning. I might even do a combo episode tomorrow instead of daytime, because this stuff right here, I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be more stuff coming out overnight with this, but yeah, I even went over here, and then I even used all the photos to show all the other sides of the freaking property. Where's the recessed window? Either side and the back. All right, now, and again, here's the link. This is where I got all these photos from. If you guys want to save them for yourself, there's the link to that. Excuse me. There's no way they would put a recessed window. Like, look at the room. If you look at the room here, there's not much room. So they're not going to put, they're not putting a recessed window right next to that thing. There's not enough room. It would go on the right side of that, but then you got all them, huge ass electrical cables hanging out. Now, when you come back here, where's the spot to have a recessed window? It's all cement. It's a foundation of a garage. How can you have a recessed window in cement? It's not happening. So it don't make sense to me. Because how can you have a recessed window there? I don't know. We looked around. We'll go through the pictures again tomorrow. If you want to see them, we went through them in the beginning of this show with this topic. Kind of went through them a little closer. There's the link for you to check them out on your own. You can rewind or do the replay and watch from the beginning if you missed that. And then also, because we showed them full screen, and also we'll be going into it tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and switch to our Idaho4 part of the show. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm sure there's going to be more news coming out tomorrow. I don't know. Take a screenshot. Let's figure it out tomorrow morning. Help me figure out where this damn window is for sure, because we looked at all the pictures. It's got to be somewhere. It can't be some phantom window that just, you know. When were these photos even taken, right? Maybe they put it in. This was something January 23rd, 2024, 8:33 p.m. So, I don't know. All right, so we're going to watch this episode from Lawn Crime. I thought it was kind of funny. I was going to go into some other things tonight for Idaho4, but I couldn't help it when this thing dropped before the show started. I was like, oh my gosh, really? But there is one video I want to show you. Now, I want to say shout out. I can't remember who sent it to me. I apologize. If you do have anything you want to send it to the show, please send it right here. And this is an interesting video that was sent, and it said, avoiding living life in North Idaho, avoid moving. Because when it comes to outsiders, right? Like somebody like Koberger, when it comes to outsiders, like I was saying, when it comes to those small communities, they don't like people that aren't from there too much. So this is a little video I'm going to share with you guys. This is from Living Life. Yikes, that's loud. Living Life North Idaho. So here's the channel. And we're going to check this out real quick. And then we're going to watch that Lawn Crime where Jesse's like, hey, guys, did you know that there's a video from Linda Lane? Yeah, Jesse, it's been out for like 8 months, something like that. All right, so here's this. This is Living Life in North Idaho. And it talks about being an outsider.
Video, you get notified. Every single week, I have so many people reaching out, asking me what it's like living in Idaho, what they can expect, and I absolutely love that. So if this is you and you have questions about what it's like living here, make sure you leave a comment after this video, or you can reach out with a phone call, text, or email. I love talking to people about what it's like getting relocated to this wonderful place in the country. So today we're talking about the 10 reasons you should probably avoid Idaho. Now, I'm not saying these are negative. I'm not saying they're positive. I've lived here for 30 years, so I've experienced all of this stuff, and I have my own opinions. But that's not my job to give you my opinion of if it's good or not, just to tell you about the experience and let you decide if this is a positive or negative, and if Idaho is the place that you want to call home. So the very first one is Idaho is a very red state. Almost everyone here is very conservative. It's what gets people to want to live here, which means that they're very into their country, they're very into their churches, and they're very into their guns. Most people here go to a church and they feel strongly that a lot of people, everyone should be going to church, whether you want to or not. They support the right to work state that Idaho is. And some people like that, some people don't, but that's just the way Idaho is. So if that's something that you're not very comfortable with or you don't identify with, Idaho probably isn't the place for you. Number two, the weather in Idaho can be very extreme. Down in South Idaho, that's considered mountain desert area, so the temperatures can get really hot during the summertime. In the winter, they don't have the extreme snowstorms that North Idaho can have, but they can still get snow. In North Idaho, you experience all 4 seasons at their max. Some winters, you can have 2-lane roads turn into 1-lane roads. You can have roofs collapse in. You can have trees fall over on your house. It can get pretty extreme. And in the summertime, that's honestly one of the most beautiful times up here in North Idaho. But you can have a smoke season. All those forest fires that are happening down in California and in Oregon and Washington, all that smoke seems to find its way here. So it's something that you should be aware of.
That's
if you're not
interesting.
comfortable driving in snow, something you're going to have to get used to. You'll have to learn how to put chains on your tires if you want to go over the mountain passes to get to some of the ski resorts. So something to be aware of. Idaho does have some very extreme weather. Number 3, Idaho has some crazy wildlife up here. It's everywhere. You drive through Hayden, Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, you're going to seem really friendly. Definitely an animal you want to stay away from. Number 4, tourism is a thing here in Idaho. This is a vacation destination spot for a lot of people, especially in the summer. North Idaho, you really feel it because we only have small towns up here. So when there's an influx of 10, 20, 30, 40,000 people, which can happen during Ironman, big triathlon that takes place up here, you really do feel it. People, when they're vacationing, they're not in a rush. So they're just kind of moseying along, which can create congestion on the roads. And Idahoans aren't really used to that yet. So it gets pretty frustrating. In South Idaho, not as big of a deal because you have 250,000 people down there. So you add an extra 40,000. It's not felt that much, but it is a thing here in Idaho. And tourists, they sometimes can be kind of rude. They can leave their trash places. They can, not open doors. They don't have the same kind of manners that Idaho is known to have up here. So it can create some.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to say. And that's why I said when I went out there, the people were beautiful, because that is one thing when I was out there was that the people were so polite. And what he's saying is absolutely true. Like, the people were beautiful there. It was really awesome. It was really awesome.
Some problems for people, and it's just something you should be aware about. Number 5, the people here in North Idaho. Now, once you get moved here, you get those plates switched over and you start fitting in, people can be
once you get those plates switched over and you start fitting in, right?
Aware about. Number 5, the people here in North Idaho. Now, once you get moved here, you get those plates switched over and you start fitting in, people can be extremely nice. But until that happens, if they know that you're moving from out of state, especially if you're from California, they'll let you know how much they don't want you here. Idahoans are very friendly people, but they're very defensive about our state.
Say that again, buddy.
Whereabout.
Say that one more time.
5, the people here in North Idaho. Now, once you get moved here, you get those plates switched over and you start fitting in, people can be extremely nice. But until that happens, if they know that you're moving from out of state, especially if you're from California, they'll let you know how much they don't want you here.
Yeah. Right? What were we saying? He's an outsider. He just got his plate switched, yo. They don't like you.
People can be extremely nice. But until that happens, if they know that you're moving from out of state, especially if you're from California, they'll let you know how much they don't want you here. Idahoans are very friendly people, but they're very defensive about our state growing too quickly or getting too big. They do not want to see it become California. And so that's kind of their way of letting people know this is not a place that we want you to move to. A lot of people are doing it. I myself am a transplant from California 30 years ago when my parents brought me here. So a lot of the population is from out of state, but you need to know some people can get a little bit aggressive. So you want to get those plates changed over as quickly as possible.
Isn't that crazy? You want to get those numbers switched, them plates switched over as soon as possible. Here's the link to this video. Oh, man. Oh, man. He says it right here. He's lived there for 30 years, people. For 30 years. Allergies, entertainment, driving, education. So we'll just check this out one more time, and then we'll go to the law and crime.
Whereabout.
Say it again,
Number 5, the people here in North Idaho. Now, once you get moved here, you get those plates switched over and you start fitting in, people can be extremely nice. But until that happens, if they know that you're moving from out of state, especially if you're from California, they'll let you know how much they don't want you here. Idahoans are very friendly people, but they're very defensive about our state growing too quickly or getting too big. They do not want to see it become California. And so that's kind of their way of letting people know this is not a place that we want you to move to. A lot of people are doing it. I myself am a transplant from California 30 years ago when my parents brought me here. So a lot of the population is from out of state, but you need to know some people can get a little bit aggressive. So you want to get those plates changed over as quickly as possible.
That's coming from somebody that lives there, yo. Oh. All right. We're going to go to this law and crime episode. We'll be playing it tomorrow again, trust me. We'll probably play it a few more times. And there's some other videos I'm going to show you, but we'll show those on another show. If we got some time, we'll get into them tonight. Now, this is the Law and Crime Network. And let me put that. Law and Crime. He said it right there. He said it right there. All right, this is Law and Crime. This is the... Did you guys know that there was video out there? Okay, Jesse. Jesse, watch...
There is a video online that...
Watch the DNA Dirty Glove, man, and then talk to me about it.
There is a video online that purports to show key details of the Moscow, Idaho killings.
Okay,
Legendary
Jesse.
homicide detective Phil Waters and I break it down. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, what I am about to say comes with a big caveat, okay? A very big disclaimer. There is this video that has circulated online. We cannot verify it. We cannot verify the accuracy of it. We cannot say if it is real. We do not know.
That's what I'm saying. I dug into it. If you guys, I did shows in the summertime where I went through all the videos. I went through all the hours. I did it already, and then I go, okay, now I need to wait until I know that the timestamp on the video is real. I've already went through the videos last summer. As soon as they were dropping, we went through them for a couple days. And then after that, okay, let me know when the timestamps are real.
If it is accurate. However, and making that very clear, as we will explain, there are details of this video that are consistent with what authorities have said in the Moscow, Idaho killings. And because of that, we just can't ignore the video. So I am talking about the killings of University of Idaho students Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, and Kaylee Gonsalves. They were all found dead in an off-campus rental home back in November of 2022. Brian Koberger, a then 28-year-old PhD criminology grad student who'd been studying at Washington State University, was arrested, charged, ultimately indicted by a grand jury for first-degree murder and burglary charges. Prosecutors tied him to the crime through cell phone data, DNA on a knife sheath left at the scene, potential eyewitness, and surveillance footage. Surveillance footage of what appears to be, or what prosecutors say and authorities say, is a white Hyundai Elantra they say was at or near the house on King Road the night of the killings and on previous occasions. And let's talk about that for a second. So the car was spotted on several cameras passing the King Road home 4 times between 3:29 a.m. and 4:04 a.m. on the night of the killings, and then speeding away 16 minutes later. Then the car they have on tape leaving the Washington State University campus at 2:44 a.m. They capture it headed towards Moscow. Then at 5:25 a.m., the cameras show it returning to Washington State University. By the way, a little bit later on in the afternoon, they tracked the phone associated with Brian Koberger to an Albertsons grocery store, and you see Koberger exit the white Hyundai Elantra. That's on tape. And we haven't seen it yet, but this is what prosecutors say they have. Not only that, but after the killings, a Washington State University officer spotted a white Hyundai Elantra in the parking lot of an apartment complex near campus. The car came back registered to Brian Koberger. And then Koberger and his father drove that 2015 white Hyundai Elantra from Washington to Pennsylvania in the weeks before his arrest. In fact, Koberger was pulled over by law enforcement twice on that trip out to Indiana for speeding and tailgating.
Right? You can see that right there. And you're like, yo, it got that dirty just driving?
In fact,
No.
Koberger was pulled over by law enforcement twice on that trip out to Indiana.
It got that dirty when you got pulled, you know, when you're driving a day and a half? I don't think so. You're right, Katrina. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Indiana for speeding and tailgating. But now you have the backstory of why that's all important. Let's talk about this video online. So this video has been up for several months, and it appears to be surveillance footage from a nearby house or property on Linda Lane, which is adjacent or across the street from King Road. Again, that's where the rental house is, the crime scene. We are not sure where this video came from. We do not know if it is a leak. We can't confirm it if it's real. I hope I made that clear. What we can say is that it has a lot of people talking. And I will tell you, it is fascinating. It is fascinating, particularly if it's all true. So I brought on legendary homicide detective Phil Waters to discuss this video. Let's check it out. All right, so let me bring in legendary homicide detective Phil Waters to talk about this. For those of you who don't know, Phil and I have been following the Koberger case from the very beginning, even before there was an arrest, Phil. That's when I think you and I first linked up. Good to see you. Welcome back to Sidebar.
Yeah, so have we.
So again, to be clear,
That's how our channel became a true crime channel, was because of this case when it first came out. I was like, something don't make sense. I wasn't even,
this
something don't make
video
sense.
hasn't been verified. We believe it's from Linda Lane, that is adjacent or across from King Road, where this house was. This video has been circulating online.
Here, I was covering up the timestamp, but there's all different hours, everybody. There's different hours out there. If you already seen them, you already know.
Video hasn't been verified. We believe it's from Linda Lane, that is adjacent or across from King Road, where this house was. This video has been circulating online. It's been on for several months. We're going to play a few moments from it that people are talking about online. But again, we're not 100% sure what this video is. Again, it's being very popular online, but let's just take it for what it is. So first up, first timestamp I want to play is it's going to be 4:05:30 a.m. And now, to be clear, as we play this, they believe the killings happened at around this time. Between 4 and 4:25 a.m. is when prosecutors say the killings happened. So let's play 4:05:30 a.m.
Yeah, we've seen it all.
So to be clear, people online are saying that's it. Is that the car? Is that the white Hyundai Elantra that was been linked to Brian Koberger? Because we know in the probable cause affidavit from Koberger.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you to some real footage real quick. This is when I went on the trip. I'm gonna take you to the video that is driving through that parking lot. And you can see it for yourself. So this is us. This is me. About to drive in. Let me get rid of law and crime. This is me about to drive by 1122, and I'm going to show you what it really looks like to drive inside of Linda Lane at night, okay? So this was recorded from 11/8/23 to 11/15/23. This is going back into where the Linda Lane footage was at. You'll see why you hear engines revving. You have to. When you see me freaking back out of the parking spot and then turn, and you got that elevation there. See, it's such a tight parking lot already. All right, so that's where the camera was taking video at. Now this is where the car's coming through, right? So, and right where those cars, that's where you got the SUV and all that good stuff. All right. Now, see that incline right there? See that incline going to the left? Now watch the angle of my camera, because it's fixed straight ahead, right above the dash. That's important. It's fixed straight ahead. So when you see the camera go up, watch the difference in elevation, okay? So right about here, it's very tight. You're not going fast, so now you got to hit the engine. Now you wait, and then it... Okay. That's you driving through Linda Lane. And since we're here, let's just show you what it looks like between the difference of headlights and no headlights. Right there. It's dark as shit. Dark as shit? Yes, dark as shit. Dark as shit is this. That's how dark as shit. All right, let's get back to the video with Jesse.
Berger's arrest. They say suspect vehicle number 1 can be seen entering the area a fourth time at approximately 4:04 a.m. That video, if this is real, would be consistent with that. What do you think?
Well, it would be. I guess the questions I have is an unverified video, as you've clearly stated. What I see in that video is a bunch of headlights. I don't see it unless somebody else is seeing something I'm not. I don't see a white Elantra. In fact, I cannot distinguish a shape of the vehicle itself.
Thank you. And when people are imposing the top of the vehicle, it could be a bunch of vehicles, yo. I want to know. We've already went through these videos in the summertime. Definitely check them out if you want to see me go through them, because we go through them pretty extensively. I'm still waiting. It's been like 6 months. I'm still waiting to hear about this timestamp.
From the movement of the headlights, it looks like, yeah, they're making a 3-point turn, that kind of thing. So
interesting that you go.
If we're assuming that this is real and it is that time and it is that particular movement of that vehicle, then yeah, I mean, there's certainly a great possibility that that's going to be the Elantra. That's going to be the car.
And to be clear, we don't know what the videos are. I mean, they've talked about surveillance footage. We just don't know what it is. If that is it,
Jesse, I even dug into the A&W surveillance video, yo. Do you guys remember when we dug into the A&W surveillance video? I'm sorry. It ain't gonna be worth but a roof and barely even half of the fucking windows. That's not even good footage, and that's not gonna show a plate at all either. It's not even gonna show the bottom 2/3 of the car.
From this Linda Lane, yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it's enough. They have to have known it was something else. They have to have been able to identify a white Hyundai Elantra from some other corroborating video, because that in and of itself can't be it. There must be some other surveillance that they have other than that, right?
Oh, yes, I think so. I think what you're going to find here, and I think we said from the very beginning of this thing, in terms of what they're going to be doing at the initial investigation, at that starting point, is to canvass that area and find any video that they can capture in that time frame, and before it and after it, of course.
Right.
And so I think we did. I think at the beginning there was some video released by law enforcement where it was clear that there was a white Elantra that was.
Oh, I know, Pamela, because when they had that live Q&A that I was in the whole fucking time, and I asked the same question over and over and over about the drone video and the contamination with the DNA dirty glove, yeah, that never got brought up. Ticket 145, thank you, old hats. Yeah, it never got brought up.
Speeding through a video camera that captured it, leaving that area, but I would have to believe that I'm
confetti.
Curious as to where this video came from.
Confetti.
What's the source? And if it is tied to it, I've got to believe that.
Let me know the timestamp.
A series of videos that they have been able to put together to show the movement of this particular car and recognizing it and identifying it as a suspect vehicle.
Let me move on to another piece of sound. So this is now at 4:42 a.m. So this is about 10 minutes later, where you could arguably hear a dog barking. So Phil, what I heard was arguably the sound of one bark of a.
So you're gonna talk about a video that you don't even know exists. That you don't even know if it's true or not. You're going to discuss this video. But the DNA dirty glove isn't on your radar, Jesse. That's when you know that there's only a certain narrative that they want to go with. That's when you know. Because Jesse should be talking about this video, not Linda Lane. Should be talking about this video. Jesse, this is the video you need to be talking about, sir. You don't need to be talking about Linda Lane because we don't even know if Linda Lane or the audio, let alone the timestamp, but whatever.
A dog, and we have to remember why this is significant is because we believe
narrative.
Haley Gonsalves, one of the victims here, had a dog named Murphy. Now, this dog, again, the reporting indicates that the dog was unharmed in the room where Haley and Madison, they were found. Investigators found possible animal hair or an animal hair strand from Koberger's home that hasn't been 100% confirmed, but that has been identified in earlier reports and earlier part of the investigation. I'd be curious if they've been able to confirm whether or not that was Murphy's hair. If it was, that's going to be a significant piece of evidence, the fact that he has her dog's hair in his place. But 10 minutes after the car pulls...
Listen, that video's real. That's a real video. Both of those videos are real. You don't have to question if they're real or not. This one, dude, it's no wonder you're taking freaking questions. I was disappointed, man. I was like, you know what? Jesse's got to see this. No, he didn't give a shit.
Up, we hear what is arguably
he
the
didn't
sound
care.
of a dog. Your thoughts?
He didn't care.
Well, you know, there are affirmative in these investigations, and so I would have to say that the dog barking is consistent with information that we know. So, as you stated about Murphy, and we know that Murphy was there. We know that Murphy was unharmed. So, again, I mean, it's circumstantial. It is circumstantial, but it's pretty strong circumstantial evidence that I've never been a believer in coincidence. So on this video, if it's real, it is showing us that parts of this thing that are consistent with the evidence that we already know about. So we know that Murphy is there. Now we have a dog barking, and then it stops. So again, right now we've got a pretty consistent timeline here about what we know and what this is purporting to project.
All right, we're going to get back to Brian Koberger in just a second, but I do want to take a moment to thank our partner, Pond Hockey Giordano, for sponsoring this video. You see, when it comes to the law, when it comes to personal injury lawsuits, more specifically, whether you're hurt.
All right, buddy. We're going to take a small break off here, and we're going to go to 11:22 because I'm going to explain to you guys something. I explained this back then. All right. I explained this back then. I'm going to show you. So what if there was a dog barking? I'm going to show you it doesn't matter that there was a dog barking because I'm going to show you where the dog bark was coming from. So we're going to get this lovely tool out, right? Here's your Linda Lane footage. Here's your Linda Lane footage. There's your Linda Lane footage, right? So, this camera this is what I want you guys to understand. Sorry, Rob. Let me know when you find it. Nina found it. I don't know where it's at. All right. You're going to tell me, and look, there's how many people that live there. And you're not only talking, you got people, these are all windows of apartments that this camera can pick up sound from. Dogs coming from anywhere over here. It's going to pick up whatever sound coming from these areas before it picks up sound way over here. These, when you're looking at, you got to think about it. Think about it like waves in a pool. Okay? No, not the fit. No, there's claim. This is off the Linda Lane video, Iris. That's what we're watching. The Linda Lane video. They're talking about the dog bark off the Linda Lane video. This is not 50 feet away. Sorry. This is a lot more than 50 feet. This is Linda Lane. This is, you got to think about it like a pool in water, okay? Sound waves work the same. Sound waves work the same. So that's why I have this up, because the sound waves are going to travel easily to the camera that is right here. Okay? Sound waves are going to travel easily right here. You have plenty of apartments and plenty of pets, and you know that Queen Road Apartments allows pets because Enon has a cat. Now, when you're looking over here, when it comes to sound waves, you got a lot more things in the way before you even get to the camera. So this area right here is going to be your main source of a pet barking. That's just me. That's what I came to the conclusion of. Yeah, I know. We're not talking about the PCA, though. We're talking about Linda Lane, because with this video, they claim that the dog... Here, we'll go back to it, and I'll show you guys. They're talking about Linda Lane, if anybody's confused.
was unharmed. So again, I mean, it's circumstantial. It is circumstantial, but it's pretty strong circumstantial evidence that
This is not.
I've never been a believer in coincidence.
This is about Linda
So,
Lane.
On this video, if it's real, it is showing us that parts of this thing that are consistent with the evidence that we already know about. So we know that Murphy is there. Now we have a dog barking, and then it stops. So again, right now we've got a pretty consistent timeline here about what we know and what this is purporting to project.
All right, we're gonna.
Even if the window's open, it doesn't matter. And this is they're going off of Linda Lane. This is why I rewound it, because I'm going to show you guys in case anybody's confused, because this is about the Linda Lane dog barking. Yeah, I know. I had we showed it a couple weeks ago from when, because I specifically asked somebody that was there back then to walk through those, because I wanted to see how it echoed between there. So yeah, I know exactly the echo experience that goes between those buildings. Plus I was there myself too, as well, Brett. All right, so this is where they talk about the dog bark from the Linda Lane footage.
We're going to get back to Brian Koberger in just a second, but I do want to take a moment to thank our partner, Pond Lehocky Giordano, for sponsoring this video.
That they have been able to put together to show the movement of this particular car and recognizing it and identifying it as a suspect vehicle.
Let me move on to another piece of sound. So this is now at 4:42 a.m. So this is about 10 minutes later, where you could arguably hear a dog barking.
See, Linda Lane. Okay, so nobody's getting confused. This is the Linda Lane dog bark. That's why I'm showing you this. Because we're talking about, it's the Linda Lane camera. Think about a pool. How many people have dogs? Queen Road allows pets because Enon has a cat. Just saying. Okay. And yeah, you can hear that, but guess what? If you ever did go through this Linda Lane footage, then you'll realize that the sound, you can hear somebody's, if you did go through the Linda Lane footage, you'll remember that you can hear somebody's TV next door too. You can hear somebody's TV. So to say that that's not somebody else's pet that's a door or two away or across in the parking lot, or somebody in between the Queen Road apartment buildings taking their pet out, it's just, I don't know.
So Phil, what I heard was arguably the sound of one bark of a dog, and we
trust me, if you go through Linda Lane, you'll hear you can hear the TV programs. It's crazy. It's crazy. So when you're looking at this area and you got the echo, it's like an echo chamber is what I was calling it. Yeah. That's where I feel the dog bark was coming from. But again, before you even question the audio, you have to question the timestamp first, then question the audio. You got to think about the timestamp first. If the timestamp's not real, then who cares about the audio, right?
We have to remember why this is significant is because we believe that Kaylee Gonsalves, one of the victims here, had a dog named Murphy. Now, this dog, again, the reporting indicates that the dog was unharmed in the room where Kaylee and Madison, they were found. Investigators found possible animal hair or an animal hair strand from Koberger's home that hasn't been 100% confirmed. That has been identified in earlier reports.
I'm good on that.
The investigation.
Cats, I'm sorry. If you don't know, that person steals content. I've been a victim a few times of that person. I'm good. No, thank you.
I'd be curious if they've been able to.
They just steal content.
Murphy's hair. If it was, that's going to be a significant.
I know firsthand a few times.
Her dog's hair in his.
And the crazy part is that same person was on my show before, knows my voice, knows my channel, and somehow when they started copying my content, they didn't know how they. I don't know who this is. Yeah, whatever. Please, please. That's like getting my information from leaky faucet channels. I can't. I just don't. I'm sorry.
10 minutes after the car pulls
I'm
up,
sorry.
you hear what is arguably the sound of a dog. Your thoughts?
Well, you know, there are affirmative in these investigations, and so I would have.
I mean, it ain't nothing new. You can go to the current videos. Oh, this is such and such, and it's somebody else's content. Please. Please.
Arguably sound of a dog. Your thoughts?
Please.
Well, you know, there are affirmative.
No, it's just funny. It's the first night you come in here and you talk about the other channels. It's just interesting.
In these investigations, and so I would have to
Just
say
interesting.
that the dog barking is consistent with information that we know. So as you stated about Murphy, and we know that Murphy was there, we know that Murphy was unharmed. So again, I mean, it's circumstantial. It is circumstantial, but it's pretty strong circumstantial evidence that I've never been a believer in coincidence. So on this video, if it's real, it is showing us that parts of this thing that are consistent with the evidence that we already know about. So we know that Murphy is there. Now we have a dog barking, and then it stops. So again, right now we've got a pretty consistent timeline here about what we know and what this is purporting to project.
All right, we're going to get back to Brian Koberger in just a second, but I do want to take a moment to thank our partner, Pond Lehocky Giordano, for.
And I'm going to go ahead and mute it. That's crazy, Iris. You got banned from a channel when you question the timestamp. I may not agree with you, but I'm not going to ban you. The only time I ban you is if you're not peace, positivity, and progress. That's when I get my damn boot out, because I boot that shit quick as hell. I don't play. That's why it's a safe community here, because I don't sit there and cater to that bullshit. I get rid of it as soon as hell, so you guys don't even get affected by it. And I pick up on it pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? I pick up on it pretty quick. That's why you guys never notice shit.
That sound of a dog barking was at 4:14. 42.
Oh, Jesse.
Timestamp of this
DNA
video.
dirty glove,
Okay,
bro.
At 4:14:56.
Come on,
only
Jesse.
Seconds later, you're going to hear
Talk about a
what
real
people say is
video.
a thud, and then at 4:15:03.
Oh my gosh. You know, I've even been going through my own stuff, but I'm never going to sit there and say I'm not going to be taken off and then come back the next day. Why would I tell my friends that I'm not going to be their friend anymore and then come back and say, never mind, I'm going to be your friend? Well, then you never gave me 150 in the first place. Then you never gave me 150 in the first place. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Shit. Making a video about how content creators are going through their grab bag trying to come up with content. Sorry, bro, you need to come check out this show. I got fucking 4 pages of notes of shit to go through. And we come out with shit every show. I don't know where you've been. Oh, you got more subs and you're bitching and complaining about shit that, what? Give me a break. Look, I need people on my team. I don't need a Scottie Pippen that doesn't want, he wants to go sit on the bench because he doesn't get the final shot. I don't need that Scottie Pippen. I'm good.
Okay, you're going to hear a second thud. Let's play both of those.
I don't need Scottie Pippen. I need Jordan. I need Kobe. I need Bird.
So you have that 7-second difference between those two thuds. No idea what that is. Remember, there's no indication that there were gunshots. There was that a weapon was a firearm was used. Sounds almost like it was a firearm. No idea what that
Oh,
could be. What do
Jesse.
you think?
Jesse, come on, dude.
Well, again, we can't identify what
Shaq,
we can't
right?
identify. So, but if we understand the
Look, I go through shit myself. You don't think that you don't think I haven't questioned my own existence on this platform? You don't think I've battled days where I'm like, should I even be on YouTube? You don't think that I get discouraged when I see people making 15-minute videos that are talking about shit that nobody's talking about on this platform, but it's shit we done talked about 6-7 months ago and they're getting 24,000 views and I'm getting 1,000? You don't think that's discouraging? You don't think that I go through shit myself? That's why you guys know I give you 150. I show up every show. You guys can't tell if I've had a bad day. You guys can't tell if I've been dealing with bad personal news or anything like that. You guys can't tell or see when I'm struggling with even wondering about platforms, you know? And then they want to complain because they're not getting contributions or views. It's like, whatever. You're sitting there bitching, but you get way more than I do. You know what I mean? Be thankful for what the fuck you have. Why do you think I'm here all the time? Why do you think I show up like nothing's wrong? Because I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for what the fuck I have. I'm thankful. Thankful as hell. That's why I TikTok. Yeah, that shit's crazy, yo. That shit is crazy, that TikTok shit. Stockton to Malone. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I get disgusted. I get disgusted because it's like, yo, dude, you're coming out here telling, because that's what you guys are to us. You guys are our family. You guys are our friends. You guys are our family, you know? But man, I'm sorry, when I don't see 150, there's too many people out there in this world that deserve 150, and I'm not going to waste it on people that don't give it back. I'm not going to do it. Not even 125. I'm not doing it. Because there's too many people out there that deserve the 150 that don't get it. Period. I don't know about Jesse, man. I don't know about Jesse. I don't even have a TikTok. Really, I don't even have the app on my shit. I know it's a crazy platform to get a lot of traffic, but there's just certain things I don't do. There's just certain things I don't do, you know? Oh, no, you're good, Cats. Because there's, you know, like even me and my mods were talking today, and it's just about some things. And it's just like, you know what? I don't know. It's like, yo, listen, you guys, you are who you surround yourself with. So if I continue to surround myself around individuals that are not looking at facts and they're questioning other people's intelligence, I'm sorry, I don't want to be surrounded with that kind of content or that creator. I don't want to be surrounded by people that are going to say they're going to be there and then they just disappear and then come back. It's hard to be surrounded by that. It's hard to be surrounded by people that aren't appreciative of what they have, but instead bitch and complain about what they don't. I don't want to be surrounded by that. I want to be surrounded by what I promote. I want to be surrounded by peace, positivity, and progress. I want to be surrounded by it so much. That's why I protect it so much. And that is why you guys enjoy the community so much, is because of all of those things that I mentioned right there. Right, Victorian? I don't even entertain in that shit either. People can say whatever they want about me, the show, the community, or events that took place. All I'm going to tell you from day one, and always have, is I always give you 150. You're never going to get nothing from me. If I say something, it's the damn truth. And if, you know, if that's not good enough, it is what it is. And I'm certainly not, you guys are my family. I'm never, or even the new, like, people that just come in the show, I consider you friends. You know what I'm saying? Why would I disappear from you and then just come back like nothing happened? You know what I'm saying? You guys aren't disposable to me, okay? You guys aren't disposable. And I can't be around people that promote that, no matter how much ass kissing they get, because I'm sorry. You have to play chess. I could easily wake up tomorrow, because if you're playing checkers, I could easily wake up tomorrow and say, you know what, guys? You know what? I've tried YouTube for a year. See you later. I'm not getting enough contributions. I'm not getting enough views. I'm not getting enough traffic. You know, see you later. But I don't. Because I give you 150. Because I know, even though some mornings I do wake up and feel that way, even though some mornings I do wake up and fucking feel that way, you guys are too fucking important to me. And I can't do that to a family member or a fucking friend, because I don't want it done to me. So why in the hell am I going to treat somebody else the way that I wouldn't want to be treated my own damn self from a family member or a fucking friend or even a fucking show? Those are my facts.
The activity.
Not that anybody started shit. It's just said shit that's just needed to be said for a while, because all of us go through our own shit, bro. I bet you have more of a personal life than I fucking do. Guarantee it. And dude wants to bitch. Live my fucking life. Live in a fucking apartment where I didn't have nothing wrong. The neighbor was fucking putting out a grease fire with fucking water. It destroyed the next door, and I've been in a fucking smoke damaged apartment ever since fucking August, bro. I lost all my fucking shit, bro. And I've been having to deal with a fucking company that ain't about doing their shit, bro. And I don't get close to what you get on this platform, bro. That's why I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Period.
That is possibly taking
Shit needed to be
place
said. I'm sorry.
in this video. Again, if it's credible, then that would be somewhat consistent with somebody
fuck out of here. I want Kobe.
striking someone or something.
I ain't trying to have no fucking Pippin.
Again, we've got a timeline here that seems to be projecting events that are consistent with what we know in the evidence thus far.
And I have to ask you,
You have to ask him, is the timestamp real, Jesse? You know, I can't believe they're checking out this video for real. I don't know. The dude needs to see the DNA dirty glove video needs to be shoved in his fucking face. Dude, you need to review that fucking video, bro, and get your damn experts on there and talk about it, right?
Let's assume for a moment that this is Brian Koberger. Let's assume that he is attacking one or two individuals at that point, those two thuds. The fact that the car arrives at 4:04 and you're hearing this about 10 minutes later.
I can't believe he's checking this out.
Feels very quick to me. No, I mean, you know, you would think that somebody, they were planning to commit a murder. Maybe they would take a little bit of time. Maybe they would, I don't know.
Bro, when you look at the parking lot, dude, it's not that far to fucking drive. Look. How long does it take us to get there? All right, they're talking about the car from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I'm driving slow. 15. Like 20 seconds, if that. It don't take time, dude.
No, 10 minutes to go in and do this. That tells me something. I'm wondering if what that tells you.
Well, look, again, knowing what we know and all of the evidence thus far leads us to this defendant. And these things do happen quickly. You know, it's obvious to me, just looking at the evidence that we have, that he went in there with a purpose. This was a planned event. He knew where he was going. He knew who he was going to. And so...
Right, Katrina?
You've got to have this quick strike. And I had no doubt that his plan was to get in, get it done, get out. And then he had some things. I think that Ethan, when he walked out into the hall, at least from what I've read, I think that's where things went off the rails in terms of what happened to him and the girlfriend. So Exana. So far it sounds like it's now. What I would hate to think is that if law enforcement, I mean, that's where we're going to find out whether this is credible, right? When this thing comes to a trial, these videos are going to come out. What would be disturbing to me is if this is some sort of AI concoction that somebody has put together to get their jollies in some weird, perverted way. But I would have to say that the video itself right now, what we're hearing and seeing is consistent with what we know. I know I keep saying that over and over again, but it's important.
I get it. Look, again, we don't know what this video is. We have to be very careful. I just say it's pretty interesting considering the timestamps and what has been, as you said, consistent with what police have alleged. Now, I'm going to give the final 3 points of this, and we're going to play each one after the other, but I'll tell you. So the first one is at 4:17:43 a.m. Again, you are going to hear what sounds like a dog. Let's play that. Okay, so that is about over 2 minutes after the thud. You hear that, what it sounds like a dog.
Jesse.
Then at 4:21:01 a.m., you can hear what sounds like a car door shutting. Okay, so you hear the car door shutting, or what sounds like a car door, and then this car driving off. So you hear what sounds like a car door shutting, maybe.
Oh my
then
gosh,
car
come on, man.
driving
This is...
off. You go back to the probable
Jesse,
cause affidavit.
come
they
on,
mentioned.
man.
They
You're
say that
getting as
suspect
bad as
vehicle
everybody
1
else,
is
bro.
next seen departing the area of King Road residence at approximately 4:20 a.m. at a high rate of speed. Maybe off by a minute or so, but that seems to be relatively consistent, or whatever they say 4:20, maybe from a different camera. But again, that frame is pretty consistent, as we've been talking about, Phil, with their timeline as well.
Oh,
Your thoughts on
Jesse.
the last dog bark, the door closing, and then only seconds later, the car possibly driving away.
No, I
It's
haven't.
consistent with what we know in terms of the
No, I haven't, AG. If I did, it was probably early on. If I saw it, though, if it is there and I saw it, I would remember, though. But if you have it, let me know.
information given in the affidavit and the evidence we're aware of. The whole episode, if we just use the timestamps on this video, is what, like 15 minutes, right? I don't think it's much.
16
much
minutes.
more than that.
16 minutes is from when the car, they say he got there and then he left.
Right. So when
Which
he
is
gets
quick.
inside, when they get inside, you're talking the dog starts barking, or we hear the dog barking the first time at 4:14. So he's moved around, got the car parked. He's in the house, and really, when we talk about the time inside the house, we're only talking what, 10 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
And and he's out by the time at 4:25, by that 10-minute time period, he's out in the car and gone again. So what happens inside the house is really a tight time frame. So
yeah,
you don't have all this time going on inside the house. You've got the total picture, and you can explain where people are in that time frame. And so it actually is a quick hit if you look at the time that it's actually occurring.
Yeah.
So it's a very small window. But then you have the dog barking as he's exiting, and then you have the car door closing and the car taking off. So, gosh, if it's real, it's pretty powerful stuff. It's very, very powerful circumstantial evidence in the whole big picture of this incident.
Chilling, to say the best, if this is real.
It is.
Again, short time frame for 4 murders, allegedly running into the surviving roommate, DM, and leaving. But it also lets you know that, again, speculating a bit, but if it was this quick, it wouldn't be surprising that he left something behind. And we've always talked about that knife sheath that police say his DNA is on. If this was that quick of a crime, killing 4 people on different floors of that house, running into one of the surviving roommates and taking off, I can't be surprised that the killer left something back behind. But again, this is purely speculative. We don't know this. This video hasn't been.
Yeah, anybody that's new to the show, I made a video. If you haven't seen it yet as well, definitely check out the Dirty DNA Glove. Jesse needs to check it out. Maybe that's why the other channel's claiming that anybody on YouTube that's talking about Idaho4 is just, scrounging for scraps to come up with content. Because I don't know, on here, we talk about new shit every day, every show. Maybe they couldn't have watched this long crime episode because this thing just dropped right before my show went live. But it appears that maybe that's where they're getting confused or having a quagmire is, about maybe shit like this. Jesse going into this instead of the Dirty DNA Glove. Also, when it comes to the sheath, if you're new to the show, please check out this video. This is where I explain why I think the K-bar sheath and the K-bar itself could have been Kaylee or Maddie's. So definitely check out that video and let me know what you think as well. I don't know. This guy, he's definitely reaching for scraps. Not this show, not this community. It's new shit every show. I just don't understand why Jesse's discussing it. People come to your platform. People come to your platform because when you're promoting this video on law and crime, you don't even know, dude. It's not like you couldn't have an intern look up anybody on YouTube that's discussed it in the last 6 months. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I was in your Q&A a couple days ago. I kept dropping, here's the video. I can send it to you. Here's the name of the creator, the drone footage. Here's the creator for this other video. If you don't want to watch mine, I don't even need to be promoted, Jesse Weber. I don't even need to be promoted. Just look at the fucking video. Nothing. And when there was a period, because I was in there from the beginning, and when nobody was typing anything for a couple moments, and I added their channel so it shows up on fucking, yellow. Shows up yellow on their shit. Guess what? And then I see Jesse look down, and I know he read my fucking message. Nothing. Because you're going to be like, oh, somebody wrote us. Bam, I know you read my message, man. Put a beach background. A beach? I don't know. I like my new background I just got a couple days ago. Lady Justice behind me. I don't understand. I really don't. And this was a couple days ago, and now you talk about Linda Lane, bro. Like, why wasn't the DNA dirty contamination bullshit being talked about, man? That's not gonna, you guys can't tell me that wouldn't be the first video played in trial when they go to talk about the fucking contamination. Is that fucking video right there? The DNA dirty glove video? Like, hello?
Verified, but it is just chilling to
I
say
don't
the
get it.
least. Phil, I'll give you the final word. But again, thank you so much for coming on.
Well, I would just have to say that again, if it is credible, if this is a good piece of evidence, then this is just a snapshot of the massive amount.
Right. And it's like, and anybody that's joined and weren't with us when I went through the whole freaking Linda Lane shit and I dug through it, I said the same thing back then. I said, look, guys, I'm not saying it's not real. Because when you look at it, that camera, right? And I'm going to draw it on a piece of paper. Well, shit. Let me use Google. So when you think about it, right? There's going to be 4 zones that are very important when it comes to cameras. Okay? 4 zones that are going to be important when it comes to cameras. Four zones when it comes to cameras. If I can fit that in good enough. There's going to be 4 zones when it comes to cameras. This is what I said back then when we went through the Linda Lane footage in the summer. I said, I'm not saying it's not true. What I have to question is the timestamp number 1. Then I'll go through the audio. I'm not saying it's not true, because if it is true, it's a very key piece of the puzzle of the cameras. right? 4 zones. Now, that's why I call it a piece of the puzzle, because you got one piece right here. You got another piece right here. That would be another piece of the puzzle. Another piece would be anything in this zone. And another piece is anything in the top left. Any of those are key. Would you like to have all 4 pieces to the puzzle when it comes to video surveillance? Yes. Very important. But before I'm going to check the audio, because you could be checking hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. What's up, Joanne? Of audio, and then all of a sudden you come to find out that the timestamp's not even real? No. Confirm the timestamp first. Then dig into the audio. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Hopefully, I don't even know how they got. I don't even know how they had their job when that's how they approached the crime scene, Michi girl. I don't even know. I don't even understand it. It doesn't make sense why it didn't become a topic when the Inquisitor dropped the video. It doesn't make sense why Jesse didn't. I mean, I know we saw the question. It doesn't make sense why it's not even being brought up. I don't even understand it, because when you see this shit, you, like, anybody that hasn't seen it, seriously, it's fucking nuts. And then at the end of the video, you see where they end up going, and you see what the hell they're moving all over the place. Just like in our OJ members live that we had Sunday morning, when they even said, if you can question the contamination and possibility of it before you, then why can't you question it inside? If you already can question it before, then you automatically have to question it inside. This video shows it before, inside. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. The summer of Linda Lane, right, Yoli, right? Yeah, we just did it for a few days, and then other channels were just going crazy with it. I'm like, yo, I already went through it. I need to know the timestamp. And then after that, I love you. I appreciate you. I need to know the timestamp. I've already dug through it. I can go watch my old shows anytime. I need to know if the timestamp's real. What's up, my lead ticket? Golden ticket 140. Thank you. So if you have anything you want to send, we're going to be doing a combo show again tomorrow, because there's so much more to get into this KC3, Kansas City 3. There's more stuff to get into Idaho, because there is always new content over here. We don't have to go through the crumbs of our chip bag, at the end to try and find shit or scrounge around for something or any of that shit. I think we do just fine over here in this community, and I appreciate all you guys' help, because without it, we wouldn't be having these bomb shows every show that we do. So I do plan on, just like last night, I'm going to put out a notification. I will be on tomorrow night for sure, 150%. When it comes to tomorrow morning, again, It's going to be a situation like it was this morning. I won't know until last minute. Who knows? It could even be a situation where I end up having to stop the show in the middle of it because the people that are working on this restoration, I might be needed. I don't know. Or they might be making a bunch of noise. I don't know. They weren't here today, which was weird. So they weren't here today. I don't know what that means. I was never notified. So I'm going to set the notification for tomorrow. We're going to do a combo show tomorrow like we did tonight, covering both cases. If you do have anything you want to share for the show, drop it to those links right there. We'll definitely shout you out. And if something happens, I'm going to keep you guys updated in the chat for the live stream that's going to be set. So I will keep you updated in the live chat there. But if you don't see me tomorrow, or we do get shut off in between or whatever, I'll definitely be back tomorrow night, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. So thank you all for hanging out. Appreciate your company, your conversation. Exactly, Bianca. Peace, positivity, and progress. I love it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You all have a peaceful and positive evening. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I hope to see you tomorrow night. I really do appreciate you. Thank you, everybody.